Let's see. I'm a little early. Wasn't doing anything, so I said I could start at least 15 minutes early. It's not gonna hurt anybody. Um, hey Brandon, how you doing? Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow. Well, I ain't gotta work tomorrow, but I am gonna work tomorrow overtime. So I feel you. Let me post the link on Twitter. Don't have my glasses on. I should be live on Twitter, but let me check just in case. Okay, I am. All right, let me put the YouTube link in there. How's everybody Friday today? Mine was up and down, per usual. Busy at work. Let's see. Saludos, Jesus. How you doing today? We are ready for the fight tomorrow. Um, doing great. It's been a long, yeah, it's been a long week or so for me. Hope you fix you a nice drink when you get home in a red cup. Let me post this link on Twitter in the comments. All right. Let me let Julius know I'm live and checkmate because those are my guys. Kind of like to come up here and talk boxing or whatever sport, But we always go to boxing. But I watch all sports, so it's gonna be a good fight tomorrow. Who do you got? Tough fight for sure. What's up, Modest Minor? All right. Oh, I said I was gonna send this link to copy it. All right. No, that's not it. I need to check how many hours I need left for monetization because you know what? I've been doing a little bit better going live, and but they need to monetize me already, motherfuckers. I have the subscriptions. I just need the hours. Okay, let me send these links out. Hold on. My bad. Um, not too pumped for tomorrow. I haven't been really seeing a lot of people talk about this fight, but it's gonna be a good fight. So should be a little pumped. The ones that people don't be pumped about always turn out to be like, the bangers. The bangers. Okay, all right. Hey, D Nice, how you doing? See, you got your little, yeah, well, not a little gun. I see you got your strap there. I don't even know your machine gun there. We got a yes, we do. I'm trying to go live, but this month I have to work overtime this whole entire month because my job is kind of required. So, but I'm still coming. I've still been doing lives. I don't know where I get the energy from because I don't get any sleep. Hi, Danny. How you doing? Hey, Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Nice. How you doing today? Yeah, I forgot to. Wait, I gotta send these links out. And let me put the link in the chat. If anybody's brave enough to come up here and talk their shit about boxing, you guys love to do it in the chat, but you get scared when you get on the camera. Let me do check me. Um, oh, I really don't even know where I get the energy from because I literally do not get any sleep. But one day it'll happen. I will not lose faith. And the message. Okay, so I dropped the link in the chat. So if anybody wants to come up and talk, be my guest. I know Julius will probably come up here later. To be honest, I didn't even watch the weigh-in. So this fight, I don't think this fight was promoted like it. It should have been. If fights aren't media driven, people sleep on these fights. Yeah, so I'm saying I don't feel like this fight was media driven. Like today and yesterday was like the only 2 days I really saw like some promotion. But other than that, just like the real boxing fans, not the casuals, have been the only ones talking about it. Like the promotional companies have not been. They haven't been doing the job. But neither here nor there. But we will see. I feel when the fight goes live, everybody starts tweeting about it. Oh, round one, and then everybody starts to tune in. But I feel like the promotional companies rely on that too much to let the fight sell themselves, but not really doing a good job. Let me see. Trying to see. We have to talk about a couple of things. I saw that Cambosis activated his rematch clause. I would love to know what you guys think about that. I mean, I knew he was going to do it. He'd be stupid not to. That's like millions of dollars laying there on the table for his taking. It's not like he got knocked out or anything, so he's probably thinking, "Hey, I can do this again for another 8 to 10 mil." Wouldn't you? If he didn't get like brutalized, he's definitely was gonna activate that rematch clause. But the fight's gonna go the same way, in my opinion. I don't know what he thinks he can do to differently to beat Devin Haney, but I'm pretty sure there's 10 million reasons why he would like to try. You probably the only one pumped. It's not that many people pumped for this fight, but I think it's gonna be an exciting fight, so I'm semi pumped. Oh yeah, Berlanga suspension. I mean, would you really even call it a suspension? Because like it's like 6 months. That's probably his next fight scheduled is like in 6 months, maybe. So that's just enough time for him to relax, vacation, do what he gotta do. Like that's not really a suspension. Like I know they gave what's his name? Red Catch a year. So that's a little bit I don't know why they didn't give him a year. Hey, how you doing?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm good, I'm good. How's your Friday?
Man, it's
I,
good. It's good. Trying to stay cool in this Mississippi heat, man. You know how we do it
ooh,
down here.
ugh, I know that's not. Is that what kind of heat is that? Is that like
That's that's different heat.
dry
That's
heat? Is it dry heat or it's like humidity?
yeah,
Oh no,
dry.
no, no,
You got to be a soldier to be from down here.
oh no. And then you got a black shirt on. It's hot.
Hey, used to it. Used to it.
Hey.
What's been going on, man? I heard you talking about the suspensions and Cambosis, man. What we talking about?
Well, okay, so Cambosis, the first thing is that he activated his rematch clause with Devin Haney.
I
So
saw
what do
that.
you feel about that?
But that was the plan anyway, because Cambos and their team, Lou and them, they knew like, hey, you ain't finna hold these belts long, bro. We already know
Yeah,
what kind of
so
talent you have, so
you
we
better
finna you the
bleed
one.
these belts to death. Yeah.
So you finna get the highest paydays you can. They tried to get it from Loma, but Loma went over there and was fighting for his people or whatever. So then Hayner was the next biggest draw, and everybody tried to give him credit for saying that, hey, he could have fought any kind of scrub, but any kind of scrub wasn't gonna get you the kind of money and publicity that you need that Haney was gonna get you. So you ain't fooling nobody there. So
Yeah.
you ain't got, and then you got 10 mil off fight Haney, the email champions you call them. So and you finna activate it again. So hey, he finna go and get jabbed up in the face again and get that money and ride off to the sunset.
How much you think the second fight he's gonna make? The same amount or like
They're gonna be close because they kind of already screwed Hayne in that contract. So if he don't,
yeah.
I think from what I heard, it was 10 mil the first time, and like Hayne got what like two or three. So I'm pretty sure the second fight is gonna be close to it. He's probably at the least
Yeah.
he probably ain't gonna get no more than 8.
Well, I don't blame him. If there was $8 million on the table and I didn't get, he didn't get knocked out or nothing like that. It was nothing brutal. So he's gonna say, you know what, I could take this whooping again for $8 million. I'll try.
Yeah, that's what
So
you're supposed to do.
yeah, exactly. So I'm not even mad at him. Like, do you blame him? I mean, I feel like
No,
it's gonna be the same results, but
but I think
you
he got
know,
to be careful this time around more so than the next. Hayden have got to be careful this time around more so than the next time around because it's kind of like okay. Uh, he finna make the money. He can go for broke the second fight, man. I think he's probably gonna try to be more aggressive. I
more
wouldn't be surprised.
aggressive. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if this second fight, man, that he actually go for the gusto and try to knock Haney out. Cause look, you ain't got nothing to lose. You already,
Yeah.
you
That's a
already,
good point.
you already picked to lose. You know what I'm saying? You already seen what it is. So you activating it for a reason. So hey, you finna get the money already because you already had a sweet contract for you. So he's probably gonna go try to go for the gusto. So Haney them got to be careful.
Yeah, you know what? That's a great point. I didn't think about that because like he really doesn't have anything to lose. He already lost the belt. So, if you're
And
gonna
it's a good
go out with a bang,
and it's
you know.
and this will be a good redemption if you think he talked noise. Now imagine Haney beat him the first fight, right? He comes back around and get the belts back. You think they
Mm.
talked about Bill and Dev in the first fight, man? Man, you got to check boxing down, man, because the talk and then
You're right.
them excuses gonna come. I wasn't truly focused the first fight. You see, I came overweight just a little bit, but now I'm focused. I'm back. The Emperor's back. Oh man,
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you think his shit talk is gonna be this go around? But you already said like,
I'm telling you, you gonna see it.
I mean,
I
because
think
I feel like he did. I don't know if it was just him selling the fight, but he did kind of like get big headed when he had these belts and he was just talking cash trash. Um, but I actually enjoyed it because it was selling the fight and people wanted to see Hayden take them belts because he was talking that trash. So.
And I'm gonna see that. And if you look at the history of boxing, I don't care if it's two of our favorite fighters that we like. Somebody always played the slight villain to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what sells fights and stuff. That's why the WWE is still popular. Everybody knows that it's fake, but people still tune into it for those storylines and things like that. So
Yeah,
I mean, he had to do it out, and for a fighter in that situation where Hayne is the more talented fighter by far, right? So he had to come up with some type of thing, not only to sell the fight to make the money, but to try to give himself a chance. And maybe some of the things that I'm saying or doing can throw this young cat off. So I can't blame him.
calling him a snitch and stuff like that.
I can't. I honestly can't blame him. And to a certain extent, I wouldn't say it worked, but he. I mean, it was a few times to whereas, and I would really like to know Haney's mindset. Was he that confident throughout? And I'm saying it well because last time y'all jumped on me, I rolled for Devin. I rolled for him hard. It was me against all 20 of y'all on here. Me and checkmate. So, but I wonder did he actually shake him up mentally, to a certain extent. So we'll see.
Well, this is a good question from MJ writing Yogi. She wants to know, do you think Cambosos can get on the inside to get a KO? He was having issues with that Haney defense. I think he would try a little bit more, like Junebug said, like he'll try a little harder to get in the inside because he doesn't have anything to lose.
Well,
And I don't know.
I don't like Sean Porter at all, especially his mentality now after you know, after the stuff he did over the last month. But to get on the inside as a short fighter and stuff like that, I heard I heard your boy Ronnie always call him football Sean and stuff like that. To get on to get on the inside for a guy with his stature and stuff like that, you got to be prepared to put your head down and take some. You almost got to fight like Rocky Balboa to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Put your
Mm.
head down. You know you're gonna get popped in the forehead, in the
You gotta
head,
take
stuff
a
like
little to give a. You gotta take a
to,
couple to give a little. So
to get inside. And me personally, like I said, I like Haney. I like what him and his father do and stuff like that as a black father myself. But I will say
happy
it's the reason
Father's
why.
Day.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you. But I do think if he can get on the inside and stuff like that and just put his head down and almost fight like Sean Porter does, I think he can give Haney some problems and stuff like that. Anybody that can get past Haney's jab and that strength, I think can give him a problem. That's why, like I said, I hate to say it, but in Haney versus Tank, I would have Tank right now. So
You would have who?
I would have Tank against Hank.
Oh yeah, you know what? I would too. Cambosis is a natural. This is from Cozy Rito. Cambosis is a natural counter puncher. He not really a come forward fighter. Too much weight on the front foot. I don't see it happening.
No, that's
So
true, but if that's true, but with that length and hanging skills, sometimes you just got to changing up, and if he stays like that, it's gonna be the same thing. Devin is not gonna have to work. He has the length, he has the defensive skills, so you can't come in that fight saying this time I'm a counter punch better. You tried that last time. Trust me, you was trying. So you can't do that
yeah,
this time. You got to change it up. It's the same thing why I told people uh, I had the feeling that Wilder was going to lose to Fury again, even with the new trainer. It's the same thing. To whereas you sometimes for a certain fighter, where you've been fighting 10 years the same way, some fighters bring out something different in you, and you just have to change it up to give yourself a chance. And that's what Cambosos have to do.
yeah. And checkmate. How you doing? He came in right when you were talking about Wilder.
What's
Oh
what's
man,
up,
I ain't.
Mango Mommy? What's going
Hey,
on,
how you
Junebug?
doing?
What's going
I
on,
came in
man?
talking about what? What were you guys talking
No, I
about?
said when you came in right when he was saying something about Wilder.
Mhm.
Wilder.
Yeah.
It
Hey,
ain't
I
no
miss
Wilder
Wilder.
beef.
Wilder brought me to
Hey,
Twiller.
Julian.
Listen, Wilder
What's
Wilder brought me to Twiller, up to Twiller, to Twitter. I
Twiller.
mean,
I was like,
I mean,
what?
yeah. I was so. I'm telling you, I miss Wilder. I miss his
So
energy. I miss everything about it.
So listen, I'm a black man. I'm from Mississippi. Wilder's from Alabama. We literally hours away from each other, almost like neighbors, right? So I've always rolled with Wilder. But when I said this time, from what I've seen after the first fight, I'm going with Fury. Man, you all saw how the black community in the South did it. Oh man, you Uncle Tom, we revoking your black card. How can you do that? And I'm just like, hey, listen, I'm
You
just
was
keeping
just
it straight.
being, you would just keep it, yeah, and
I
it's
was
all right
just,
to do that. Like
hey
you
look
would, and you
hey
were
look
right.
brother hey look brother I'm from North Carolina, and I know how I get down, how serious it is. Like, people that's not from the South, they don't know how serious black people take sticking up for your own. You get what I'm saying? But I will say this: when Felix Trinidad was I'm gonna use old saying that you gonna understand. When he was raising sand out there at 147 and 54, brother, listen, I picked him to beat David Reed. And you remember David Reed won a gold medal, a brother, you know what I'm saying? All that. But I had to pick with what I
David
saw.
Reed had that lazy eye.
Huh?
What's going on, Jules? I said David
What's
Reed
up,
had that
Jack?
lazy eye.
He had the lazy
mhm.
eye. And that actually happened in a fight when he was fighting a Puerto Rican fighter, Daniel Santos, in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they call it a thumb in the eye. You know what I'm saying? So that actually happened in the amateurs. So it's something that he even made anything out of a pro career. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I
Fact.
felt on the Fury. Fury was a bad matchup. I felt for Wilder, but I thought that Wilder might could clip him because he was able to hit him clean. You know what I mean? In that
Mm-hmm.
first fight.
And he had a
let
puncher's
me let
chance
me
when you had.
let me tell
Go
you,
ahead.
this is the thing. This is what went wrong. They totally transformed Wilder. Instead of being the sniper that he was, they try to make him into a brawler. You know what I mean? I'm like, when I saw it, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Stay on the outside, use your length, use your speed. You know what I mean? Set up that 1-2, that piston. It's automatic if you do it. It worked in the first fight. I don't know why he all of a sudden I'm He-Man and I'm gonna knock you out. We know that, but you're going to try to brawl with him, and I just thought that was the wrong game plan.
What I felt, also the other thing was you never want to take away your advantages. So when Mike Tyson fought, he only fought at like 218, 220 because he was explosive and he still had his power. And it didn't matter if you were 300. I felt the issue with Wilder was if you look at him from the first fight to the third fight, he fought the first fight at 211,
He
something
picked
like
up
that.
it.
Yeah, he shouldn't have bulked up for them fights because all those muscles need oxygen. And if you ain't used to fighting at a heavier weight like that, you're going to have fatigue. He should have been at 210, 215. Look, sometimes, man, we
He looked so
outsmart
gassed
ourselves.
out in those first
That's
couple of rounds. He
that's
Yeah.
was
what,
so gassed
and
out,
that's
you know.
and that's what I was about to say. My whole thing was like say everything y'all saying is agreeing and it's like I'm piggybacking off of it. Wilder, just like they say he didn't do any running and stuff like that. With a guy like Fury and stuff like that, and if you was gonna like checkmate, say stay a sniper and stay in those rounds like that, his conditioning to me just failed me, man. I couldn't believe his conditioning wasn't as up to par as I thought it would be. Because if he had the condition to, like you say, stay on the outside, give him times when Fury tried to put weight on him to be able to get out of there and stuff like that, and can hit that 1-2. I think that have served him better. But man, with his conditioning, man, if you look at all of those fights, man, after round 4 of every fight, it looked like he was just gone.
And Danny, you right. But the one difference in fighters of now and fighters of even 10 years ago is the strength and conditioning aspect. Guys now think that strength and conditioning and getting the coaches. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're good, but this ain't football, and this ain't wrestling, and it ain't UFC, bro. Boxing is about going, running some miles, getting that weight off you. You get what I'm saying? And going in there fighting. And it's about game plan. And I talk about this all the time with Nayka about trainers. These guys can't train, man. Look,
Oh
I,
wait,
I had
did you make a list
I,
of
I got a little list, but I want to
okay.
say this. I like my man that fought Wilder and that trained him in the last fight. I like him, but I have to call
Look
him
at
out.
Jimbo.
I gotta call him out. I like him as a
Jimbo.
person more than a trainer. I gotta call him out, man.
Malik.
What's his
Yeah.
name again?
Why
Malik.
Malik
Malik
Scott?
Scott, yeah.
Now I
Mister,
believe
you
that.
can do it. I
Now
believe
look,
in you.
I'm about to call him out. Now look, I believe Malik Scott can train, but he can't train Wilder. The man had Wilder out there looking and boxing like he was Guillermo Rigondeaux in that third fight. Y'all got to be honest, man. He was out
I'm
there.
gonna be honest.
He was trying to box from the outside, which is cool, but he was trying to move around, and he had all that weight on him, and he got tired before Tyson Fury leaned on him. He was
But you know what?
already
Listen,
exhausted.
I want to say this. Like, I feel like Malik Scott was more of like a motivator
a
more
motivator.
than,
The
yeah,
Bundini. He was the
yeah.
Bundini role.
He was just like, you can
I'm,
do this.
Teddy
You
The
got
Atlas.
this, you
Ali.
know, like, but he wasn't really
You know, the
like giving
I'm
Bundini
a,
guy to
instructions on
Ali
what to
and
do.
motivating him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He
and
was
I'm
Well,
gonna
more
say
of a
it. Me
motivator.
yeah, go
personally,
ahead, brother.
And me personally, like I said, I like Malik Scott. I ride for my black people. So South, don't jump on me. But I got to be honest with you. In a fight of that magnitude with those two fighters, for that being his first fight, I think Malik was just in over his head as a trainer. For that, that's my opinion to me because
Mhm.
if you look at like I saw the video, y'all was talking about some of the greatest trainers and things like that, and we was talking about it in that fight there you didn't see any kind of adjustments or training with Malik Scott. It just seems like that Wilder was out there on the island by itself when it came to strategizing. Round four,
Mhm.
round five, I didn't hear any kind of instructions and say, hey, you got to turn them, do this. You didn't hear none of
Yeah,
all the
he didn't
time.
give
You was like,
him no
Nothing.
instructions. He
all
was
I
just
heard
trying to
was like,
motivate him, like you know.
That's
like
the
it looked like
Teddy
he
Atlas
could.
thing, man. I keep telling you, man. Ishmael Salas, Buddy McGirt. I'm giving y'all some names of them. Malik Scott, um, uh, uh,
You're the
hey,
fireman. That was Teddy
you
Atlas. You're the
fireman Teddy
fireman.
Atlas. I'm
We
naming
gotta
some
go through the
guys for y'all,
fire.
man. Uh, uh, Calvin Ford,
I like Calvin Ford. I know you. I know you one of them
Calvin
guys.
Ford,
I like Calvin Ford. I
Yeah, I
like
uh,
heard
Calvin
y'all was
Ford.
Bo,
going about
Bo,
Calvin.
Penitentiary.
Brian Bomac
Oh
McIntyre.
God.
Hey, hold
Is
on,
They
this
time
make
like
out.
this?
you
This is
Yeah, I'm
the
not.
names that you're calling off for
Thank you,
the
Cozy.
ones that you
now.
this on your.
I'm
Thank you,
I'm
Cozy.
only
Name Derrick James.
Derek James, one of the best trainers in boxing. Because here's the reason why I know.
The best.
Yes, he's probably the best. But here's the reason why I will say that. Because everything that he does is a game plan. He don't go out there and hit the mitts to see how fast his boxer can go or how hard or if they can just get a sequence and make it look like a dance. Everything he do in that they do in sparring, they do in the fight, just like he hit the mitts. That's
But do
game
you
plan.
don't think it's more so that he has some good fighters that he
He
because
No.
of
definitely got good
because
fighters,
Marcus
but
Brown, what happened
hey,
with Marcus
Marcus
Brown?
Brown was a fighter that he inherited. Earl Spence
But he
is a
works
fighter. Earl Spence
Spence
is a
already
fighter
has
he took.
skills, you know.
All right,
But
here go the
but hold on.
thing. When he
Okay.
got Earl Spence was not no phenom. He didn't even know how to box. He took him from scrap. He got Frank Martin in the amateurs. So he led these guys from the floor up. So
So you
that's
think
the
so?
reason
Let
why I
me
say
ask you
that.
this question. So
Mhm.
do you think that if you worked with Marcus Brown for like 3 or 4 fights, that
It wouldn't have mattered. Marcus
okay?
Brown would have quit.
So that's
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
tell.
saying. All
I'm
right. So it's like
but let
so
me tell
the
But
you why though, Nika. A lot of times what you do in your personal life shows up in the boxing ring. Marcus Brown has been, dare I say it, a coward his whole life. From jumping on the multiple women, and then
oh, it's the
even
same. I think it's the same woman, but multiple times.
yeah, multiple
Yeah.
times with that woman.
Mm.
Also in the fight with Pascal, he showed that if the going get tough, that
He
he'll check out. You know what I'm saying? And that was a fight that's crazy. This guy got knocked down 2 or 3 times in a fight where he outlanded Pascal like 70 some punches to 20. It was outrageous. How do you get knocked down? Pascal ain't known as no puncher. He knocked you down 2 or 3 times when you outlanded him by 50 punches. But anyway, all right.
and another thing
Pascal,
that you
but
forgot.
Pascal was on steroids, so
I
he
give
had
you
that
that.
extra oomph.
I give you that. He was
And that, you
juicy.
know what I mean? Yeah, he was
And
I give you
another
juicy to
that.
gills. But I wanted to say this in the transition from Wilder. I wanted to say this though. Um, I noticed that Wilder, when he came out the first round, he had a good game plan, whatever the case may be. I wish he would have stuck that. The problem was he had a lot of nervous energy and he punched every punch to the belly like it was his last punch. He was punching like Canelo, chopping down a tree with every single punch. And when you punch and you don't change up, you're exerting so much energy. And to me, I was like, if he keep punching that hard with every single punch and not changing it up, he's going to tire out quick. And that's exactly what happened.
So I have a
Yep.
question for you
So
guys.
like I said,
So
Malik Scott, Floyd actually said, I know Floyd and Wilder didn't get along, whatever, but Floyd said, I wanted to train you. I didn't drop my ego. I was like, okay, let's meet up, let's talk, let's hash it out, whatever the case may be, and let's see what you got to offer. At least talk about it. Entertain the conversation. If you didn't like the conversation, walk away from it. But
Now,
Malik Scott, great motivator, but I think, like you guys said, I think he was in over his head over that, trying to adjust Wilder in one fight
All right, so
and try to change him into a
piggybacking on
brawler.
that.
Wilder is not a brawler.
No, but
Go
question
ahead,
for you,
big,
for with Malik Scott,
big bird.
did you before the fight happened, while they were training, did you guys think that Malik Scott was gonna give him the tools that he needed to win this fight?
hell no. Because I saw. Let me say.
Okay, you fucking
I
being
saw
mad
some video.
honest. How about you, Julius and Checkmate? Did y'all think
I thought
that he was gonna get Wilder what he needed to do
I
to
thought
win this
that
fight?
I think, and I think this right now too. I think mentally he could give Wilder something as far as motivational, but as far as the tools inside the ring, I don't see that. I didn't see that. Now that's me. I didn't see that.
So how about you,
I saw a
Checkmate?
video. Go
I
check, mate.
thought, listen, anything but JD's. Julie, I know you saw the videos I had of JD
Oh my
training with
God.
Wilder.
Yeah, JD's. Oh
Yeah.
God.
So for me, seeing Malik and the strategy they're doing, did I think Malik is an excellent trainer? No, he was a rookie trainer. Did I think he was going to make rookie mistakes? Absolutely. But that is the problem. Wilder was just going off a natural raw talent and ability as far as with his punch and his athleticism for so long that he was never ingrained with the fundamentals. So what Malik Scott tried to do to him, I saw some of it in the first two rounds. After that, it went out the window. He was just
Well,
fighting on pure guts at that
No,
point.
but that's not answering my question.
So
I
saw some
I was trying
videos.
to I was trying to snake it. Listen,
I
she
saw
caught
some
me. I was trying
videos.
to snake my way out of that.
I saw
well,
some videos, man, where they was like at night they was training. Malik was putting his
Training on
gloves
the
on.
yeah.
They was dancing. They sleep. We woke. And then when I
Yeah.
saw that there, I said, and it was like they kept on talking about like this Malcolm X redemption to redemption. And I was like, you know what? He finna get his ass knocked out.
Because he
hey,
was fighting with emotions. He was
well,
fighting with
let's
emotions, and he went to fight him and not box him, and that was my problem with it. You
let's
don't
talk
fight a big
sports.
6'9",
Let's talk sports,
270
y'all.
pound man.
Let's talk sports, y'all. I'm not giving up no apology to Buddy McGirt. I mean, maybe Bomac, if Terrence Crawford come out there and Bomac had taught him something, but Buddy McGirt, brother, I just want to ask you a question. Buddy McGirt should be the number one name on the list when you done had a fighter die in the ring under your watch and another fighter that's a quadriplegic under your watch. And numerous of other fighters taking terrible beatings while you train them. Paulie Malignaggi talked about the worst beating he took in a boxing ring was the time that he had Buddy McGirt against Ricky Hatton. Now, this is going back even before those things happened. He took a bad beating. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Buddy McGirt is a bad person now because I'm keeping it all boxing. But boxing wise, do you want a trainer that's done got two people killed? He's gonna be on the list, brother. There's no other way around it.
I mean,
America Most Wanted.
He has a point. He has a point. I mean, that's the self-opinion because I'm pretty sure some other people can make an argument of why they think he's a good trainer or whatever. But the points that you are giving, coincide with what your opinion is on him. So,
I told y'all what I think about Bomac. See, I've never seen him train Bomac in the gym, so I can't speak on that. But I could tell you from the corner work, Bomac should stay far away from my. And I think Crawford has been natural gifts has what's taken him with this far. The same thing with Wilder because Bomac to me, the instructions in the ring in the corner, like it's so amateur. I'm like, what is going on?
Man, that's a good point that you said there because Bomac is an example of what Nike asked us earlier about Derrick James is, do you think he just have a good fighter? That's Bomac, and I'm not trying to knock that dude, but think about it. That's Bomac more so than Derrick James, because you've heard Derrick James coach his guys in the
Well,
middle of
what
the rounds and
about
stuff.
because Jamel Herring trained with Bomac and he won a
Okay.
title
But
there.
But
let me
against
ask you something.
who? And,
But
and,
that's
and,
what I just
and under what the rest?
that's what
You
I
know,
was just about to say.
He knocked out an old Frampton that he was bigger than. And let me say this, that was a great win. And but I think that Jamel liked those guys, and I don't think he'll ever say nothing bad about Bomac, even though the way that they fell out. But I'm gonna say this, and I can't fully speak for Jamel Herring, but I think that Jamel Herring has gotten a little better training up until that point he got with Bomac. You get what I'm saying? And how can Bomac fully train Terrence Crawford? I think they was in the gym together when Bomac was fighting at heavyweight. Do somebody got Bomac record
But
as a
Bomac's
heavyweight?
been with Crawford since
I
very
think
young.
Earl had put it
So
up one time
so
before.
but I'm saying so he's been with Crawford since very young. So the
Yeah.
fighter that Crawford is this day, it has a lot to do
Do,
with Bomac.
but
But
do
that's
you
the same
think?
thing you can
I'm
say
gonna
about
ask you.
Derrick.
Do you think that Bomac trained Terrence? Because I think that Terrence had a trainer before, maybe even the same trainer as Bomac. You know what I'm saying? I see more Red being the man in that situation. And ain't nothing wrong with that, because when they had Pernell Whitaker and Meldrick Taylor and Mark Breland and all those guys that was Holyfield, that was super Hall of Fame boxers, they used to have Lou Duva in the corner, right? But Lou Duva really didn't train any of them guys. It was a guy named Georgie Benton. And so Bomac can be the guy in the corner, you know what I'm saying, on fight night. But the person that's doing the groundwork in the gym is the actual trainer. Like my buddy Don Turner trained Evander Holyfield when he knocked out Mike Tyson. But he had a guy in the gym that did
Well,
all the training. Just like
I,
George Peterson with Paul Williams. He didn't train Paul Williams. Matter of fact, George Peterson was a police officer, but he had a guy in the gym that trained those guys. And then he come on fight night, just like Emmanuel Stewart did. But Emmanuel Stewart gets credit because he was a great in ring trainer in between rounds. And what I seen out of Bomac in certain fights, I don't see a guy just like Floyd Sr. Floyd Sr. was one of the greatest trainers ever, but Floyd Sr. had problems articulating to his fighters.
Did he? Did he?
Oh, so I'm just gonna like for the people in the chat, like
gotta
if we
speak
say
Floyd.
any disrespectful comments, I'm not gonna put them up on the screen right here. So don't think
People,
you're gonna
Yeah,
get acknowledged if
but
you're saying disrespectful shit. So keep it
I
moving.
want to I
Be
want to say
respectful because I'm not gonna post it up here. So
what you said, Baby Bird. What you had said about Bomac took Jamel Herring into a championship. Well, the JD's took Wilder to 41-0 with 41 KOs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not in spite. He did that in spite of his YMCA trainer JD's. I mean, it was the most, and then there was no communication even with the mark. It was. I heard the stuff that came out. It was just a horrible situation. So sometimes people were just naturally gifted. Now again, it's just like in college. Okay, in college, I remember taking philosophy. And when I took philosophy, the first professor I took, after 2 weeks, I dropped the course because all he was doing is writing across the board all day. You know what I mean? I was nodding, right? Got the second one, this girl recommended this particular professor. I fell in love with it, for philosophy. You know what I mean? Off of that experience. So some people, if you are naturally gifted, you can just maul through anything and you're just going to succeed. But some people really need that communication.
So
Some
then
people
that's what I'm
need
saying.
those
So then
instructions.
when y'all saying
But
that about
while
Bomac, can't you say the same thing about Derek James with Errol?
well, I
He
just
has
made
the
I just gave
ability,
you the but I just gave you the
Well,
same
Can't say it.
situation about Wilder and JD's. Are we gonna call JD's a great trainer? I can see your video. Are we gonna call JD's a great trainer?
well,
That's my point. He
I'm
is the worst WYM. No, not a YMCA. He's a W. What is the women's? The WYMCA. I mean,
well,
he is JD's was again. God bless him for helping Wilder, but Wilder did that on his own.
and let me say something to Ronnie Bravo. Ronnie Bravo said that Bomac did a lot for Heron. He was a journeyman before Bomac changed his career around. Disagree. Because Jamel Heron was a contender. He wasn't a journeyman, in my opinion. But the one aspect we haven't talked about yet that we have to is something called matchmaking. Top Rank normally has the best matchmakers to make someone look good and will give you and will lead you to a title if you just listen to them. Because look at what they did for Edgar Berlanga. They had him looking like a true monster. And
I
Jamel
never
Heron
believed in him.
got into a situation where he beat Ito, a guy that we learned couldn't really fight. He
That's
caught
another thing.
Frampton at a time he had physical advantages over Frampton. Also, Frampton was old. Matchmaking because we put him against Shakur. Shakur
When you
outclassed
say
Jamel.
oh, what is oh? Because I don't think he was like way older than Jamel.
Who?
And
No, I might think Jamel might have been older than Frampton, but it was a
Yeah,
difference in their career because Frampton has been through so many wars. If you
no,
look
and
at
then
Frampton,
and just like
I don't think
just
Heron
like
been through wars
he
because
was that underdog in that fight that he won his title in
yeah,
first
and he
term.
was the underdog in the Frampton fight. But
mhm.
I'm telling you
Yeah,
from my boxing
So
eye, I would have thought that Heron would have won both. Remember, something that happens in boxing ain't like basketball. In basketball, there ain't no big wear and tear like you went through a basketball game and now you're going to be ruined for the rest of your career. But it happens in boxing. Carl Frampton fought Santa Cruz all those times. He fought tough fights in England where he was getting his eye almost beat on his head. Those things matter when you get older in age. They just do. Everybody's not able to go through those wars like Manny Pacquiao. So that's what a lot of times we see guys like Cotto or Margarito and all those guys go through them wars, and we think everybody can do it. And let me say this. I saw Miguel Cotto last week. I love the guy, but the guy slurring his words.
and what is
So those
Jamel?
words catch up with you.
And what's
no, for
Jamel
sure.
record with Bomac?
I mean, I don't. I think probably 3-1, something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Uh-huh.
You know, he lost to Shakur, and then we got to also talk about the way that guys. And I gave Heron credit for those wins, and I'm giving him credit for them wins because people have wrote Jamel off up until that point when he left PBC. You know, after he lost that fight to Memphis, Memphis Miller, Ladarius Miller, people wrote Jamel off. But Jamel had heart and he a fighter. He came back. So I'm gonna give him his respect, but man, hey. Yeah, fringe contender. That's a better word than journeyman. He was a fringe contender. Now, if he continued boxing now, he would be a journeyman.
Well, he's
Well,
retired now.
He retired, so
so,
it's done
hey,
now.
so Julie, a chick, man, what y'all think? I mean, not trying to switch gears too much on Nike show, like I said, because I
Yeah,
ain't
go
running
ahead,
it.
brother.
No, this is
But
an open panel. It's not. I don't
so
have a
what y'all,
like
what do y'all think about
thing.
what you calling them getting suspended, man? Keith now, man. I think Keith told him his damn self because he heard about that Boots fight.
Well, the thing is, the suspension is up within a month.
What?
So, and that's
Who?
standard.
Who?
You hurt your
Who?
hand, Keith Thurman. I mean, it's standard to be
He got
honest.
suspended.
Yeah, just for a
Mm,
hand injury. But the suspension ends, if I ain't mistaken, like July,
They do
within
that to
it's in
July,
every
August.
fighter that has like an injury
August.
or something like
It's in
that. Yeah.
August or
Yeah,
September, something like. It's in
right,
August, I think.
right. And so he gonna still be sparring with it and stuff. I mean, it happens. I'm not concerned about it. Now, is he gonna take this fight? Is what I'm thinking. Is he gonna fight Jerron?
I think that's a boot.
Hell no.
I think that's a boot. I think that was a boot. Adult tactic that he did, man. That's me personally because now he's gonna say suspended with the hand injury. That's gonna be his
He
excuse
just
not to get
reminds
in
me
there.
of Grant Hill. Uh,
But you know, Grant Hill, the doctors messed Grant Hill up when
mhm.
they had to re-break his foot. But you know, but yeah, Keith Thurman is a broken man. But you know what? I would hope that he would take that in his fight because I honestly don't see Spence fighting him next, and I don't believe Bud gonna fight him. I really believe if Bud beat Earl, he going up to 54. So
And
and I
Earl
think
verse and
yeah,
Earl too.
and Earl too. So Keith should take that fight.
But man, Keith, it's that ego and that pride thing, man. Keith
I got a
head
question for
hairline
y'all.
already.
I got a question for y'all because maybe I'm drinking, but you know, it would kind of really bothers me. I gotta say it
What's that?
because I see it too much on social media, especially on. I don't know if you guys are on Facebook boxing
No, I
group,
ain't on
but
Facebook.
it's
Me,
the Facebook boxing group. This is a big thing. So I want to know how come people make such a big deal when um Errol Spence is working out now, and he's keeping in shape between fights. Like this is something that Crawford has always done, he's but when now that Spence is doing it, people are making such a big deal of it. And then to myself, because I don't even try to get into it with no people anymore on Facebook groups anyway, because they get so sensitive. I really want to say that's what he should have been doing. That's what he's supposed to be doing. Why y'all like praising this now? You know?
so,
I would
so
love to
let
hear
me.
your opinion on that. Go ahead,
So
June
my thing is, to a certain extent, you're right. It does seem like, see, certain things can kind of trick you, right? So it does seem like, all of a sudden that everybody like, oh, Earl working out, some habits happening. But
Yes.
at the same time, like I tell a lot of people, man, when they was talking about why Crawford and Earl hadn't happened, sometimes we got to understand, look at the timing. So everybody knows now that that fight should be up. So anything that they do now is going to be magnified. Like I said, I just saw an article, something that says Bud was in Dallas the other day. Was it yesterday or day before, or something
Mm-hmm.
like that? So this man probably got family in Dallas. Hell, he might wanted to take a trip to Dallas now.
Mm-hmm.
But due to the timing now of that, this fight should be coming up. Everything's going to get magnified now. You know what I'm saying? The Earl may be in the gym and stuff like that, but nobody was like, "Oh, Earl in the gym. Here come that Mikey Garcia fight." But now that Bud is possibly next, it's like, "Oh yeah, he getting
Yeah,
ready
he's
now and
ready.
stuff like that.
Yeah, but
He
it's
getting
like,
ready now."
Bud is always in
But
the
they're gonna
Yeah,
do,
gym.
but here's the
that's
thing.
true.
They're gonna do the same thing for Bud when Bud and them
I
get
better.
quit sit when Bud get off sitting off Roy Jones and them lap talking about Earl and stuff like that and gets in the gym. They're gonna say the same thing about Bud too. Oh, Bud's in the gym and stuff like that. Hey, you see you back working. He was in Omaha in the
Mm-hmm.
gym 3 days straight. The Earl fight must be coming up soon. It's just the
Right.
timing.
That's true. I mean, I think it's exactly what you say. Also, it could be this aspect, like
Do you agree with Manzo? Because this is what I feel as well. From what I agree.
that
I
he
call
more
I call
focused now.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
now he was
yeah,
drinking, doing the most in between fights,
yeah.
and I don't know for sure if he's quit drinking, but
I mean,
So let me say this, and I'll
yeah.
let Julie go.
Go ahead, bro.
Does so? Let me say
it
this,
ain't no
right?
Spencer. Look, RS. I knew RS was gonna come in. No, that you wasn't here. I don't know if you was here when I asked the
Mhm,
question. My question was,
mhm.
why is it that people praise EJ so much that when he's in the gym right now, when
So
Crawford's been doing this all this time? It's like,
I'm an Earl fan, right? So let
Mm-hmm.
me ask you something. Does drinking necessarily mean you're not focused? Because see, people like to put those two together. Now, don't get me wrong. As a fighter and an athlete, you like Floyd. You should always take care of your body. It should be a well-oiled machine, right? But just because he's drinking, does that necessarily means he wasn't focused? The only fight that I can
Yes,
see
to
that where
me,
he
to
could,
me,
the
to
only
me,
fight that I can see where it came in that he was off was the Sean Porter fight, and I don't think that wasn't because he wasn't focused. I think he had to go take himself through a fat camp, but that doesn't necessarily
to
contribute
me,
to not
to
being
me,
focused.
that's not focused because like for boxers, I feel like the best boxers always live a clean life outside of the ring. Like Mayweather, he don't drink, you know.
But
He
how
was
many other
dedicated
boxers?
he was dedicated to his craft. So he
But how many
had
other
like
boxers
I'm just
are
saying,
that?
you asked me a question, I'm answering it. Like I felt like that was not discipline. Like
That's discipline, not focus, though. And that to me, those are
and
two
to
different
me,
things too.
focus and discipline is kind of like goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
If you're disciplined, you focus. If you focus, you discipline.
I
No?
mean, I'm gonna
Oh,
tell
okay.
y'all, my opinion. I
All
think
right.
that it's what y'all saying. Also, we got a lot of newer boxing fans. And so everything is fresh to them, and they really ain't really, seen a mega fight in the making because everything is glorified now. So if Bud, like he said, if Bud show up in Dallas, people take that as he's going to negotiate with Earl Spence. When really he could just get on the telephone and call Al Heyman. But and I think both of them are in the gym because I think both of them are anticipating a fight because of their negotiations.
But no,
Also,
wait.
drinking,
Let me just intervene.
yeah,
Crawford is always in the gym.
I agree.
All
He
right.
is always in the gym. And let
All
me
right.
say this,
So I
there
want to
have
say that.
been hundreds of thousands of fighters that are always in the gym. It's just different levels of training. Like Bud Crawford is in the gym, but if he just fought, he ain't training to make weight at 147. He just, you know, gonna make sure he don't get fat. And the same
Who you
thing with
talking about?
Earl. Huh?
Oh, Crawford. But he doesn't drink. He does not
Oh,
drink.
absolutely. And let
He
me
does
say
not
something
drink.
about drinking. I don't like any athlete that drink. I know a lot of basketball players and a lot of other
I agree.
athletes.
Thank you, Nick
Um,
J. I just said that,
right.
Nick J. I
I
just
mean,
said
a,
that.
a lot of them, you know, drink and things like that. The only thing that makes it dangerous in boxing is the fact of two things. One, you got to make weight. Two, you taking kidney and liver shots. But I don't think that drinking is going to have anything to do with this fight, though. And that's just for the Facebook people. I don't think it's going to have nothing to do with it. It's going to be cool.
Facebook
And you
people.
know what I'm saying? They're going to talk about it. But I said before, and I'm going to say this again. This is the biggest Black American fight in the last 30 years since Holyfield and Mike Tyson and since Tyson. You know what I'm saying? This is the biggest
This
since then.
this is a
And
generational
it's a
fight. This is a
celebration. I'm gonna
generational
be honest. If this fight is a celebration,
fight.
so I can see a lot of it's gonna get a lot of press, and I'm happy about it. Whatever type of press it is, I just hope that people don't start, you know what I'm saying, making it into this hate thing. Because I'm gonna tell you something, Nika. The majority of the people that's really gonna be loving this fight are gonna be looking exactly like us. So when people say Bud fan and an Earl fan, I like both of them. I think it's okay to like both of them, but I'm gonna pick a winner. You get what I'm saying? And it don't make me lesser of that fan. It makes me tell the truth. When Shane Mosley fought Floyd Mayweather, I rooted for Shane Mosley every fight of his career. You get what
Oh,
I'm
so
saying?
let me do a commercial break. So Nick J
Yeah.
that I have right here on the screen. You guys
Yes.
go ahead and subscribe to her and Boxiana. I have a show coming on at 10:30 Eastern time and
No doubt.
9:30 Central time. So
Jump on, Nikki J.
this is all the females in boxing. Let's go. All
I'm gonna
right.
be there.
Jump on.
All right. Spends 1 hour day training. He uses more effective method that he
Yeah.
said is in wear and tear.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that. Facts.
Oh,
Um.
yeah.
Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Sorry.
Yeah.
Drinking in excess is dangerous. Not drinking in itself. Yeah,
True.
but he was drinking in
If
excess. That's hence
if
why
you're
the
a high
accident
level
happened.
athlete, if you're a high, I don't like when I see high high level athletes putting those things into their body. I mean, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, but I don't hold anybody to my standards. You know what I mean? If I was an athlete, you know what I mean? There's certain things that, hey, like I should know. Like even if I did those things, I know that I got to be fine tuned. You know what I'm saying? So Earl taking his career seriously now after the accident, I think that even makes him even more dedicated.
I
And
I
he
I,
showed in his last fight.
I
What's
think
going
I
on,
think
Mike?
I think Earl. What
Um,
up? What up? I think Earl been
What's up?
showing the past. I think Earl been showing the past couple fights. Man, he dedicated. He back in the sport, and it's gonna be bad for a lot of people. And that's just what it is. It's gonna be bad for a lot of people, man.
listen, I just like Julius said, I like both Earl and Bud. I just picked my winner. I'm not picking the one who came from 135, who's a 5'8". I'm picking the one who's 5'10", who's been at 147 and knocking everybody out. Well, not I didn't mean to. Well, he broke. Well, I meant to say he
A,
broke the
bro-
eye sockets. Well,
a breaking orbital
I'm
bone. A breaking orbital
he
bone.
broken eye sockets. He breaking eye sockets of champions when he's taking their belts. Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I
yeah,
meant to say.
go
I
Okay,
will
on
so
say
Carl
this
this
is the
Z.
though.
guy who actually put over 100 body punches on Sean. Over 118 body punches on Sean Porter when Crawford landed a total of 98 punches on Porter. Okay, I'm going for the guy that's going to break the little man down. That's just what it is.
Yeah,
There's
yeah, yeah.
bone density, and you have to grow into that. And I just think what Earl was bringing to the table, Bud has never faced. I like Bud. I'm not. Look,
Hmm
don't be
But
making that
wait,
face, Baby
let's
Bird.
no, no,
I
no.
love,
Because
I
I'm reading
love,
this
I
comment.
love Bud.
I made that
I
face in this
love
comment.
Bud.
I made this face in this comment. It says Spence got a better KO percentage than Bud. Let's talk about it. I don't know if that's true.
Well, they have a different level of opponents they've been facing.
That's
It's
not.
And
That's
I'm
not
way
what
speaking
he said.
especially at.
That's
it's
not what he
way
said.
different.
That's not
It's
what he
way
I
said.
know.
different.
I just gave right. I know he didn't say that, but that's what I'm saying. I just think when you look at Bud, I made a post about this today. When I like Bud, but when you look at his resume, who stands out? When Sean Porter is the biggest fight he's ever had, you understand what I'm saying? That speaks volumes.
You
Sean
gotta
It
Porter is
read
a
that
very good
comment on the
fighter.
it
screen.
it it, it peep
Checkmate
this
with the
right.
fuck.
It, it,
Uh,
it,
Earl got that KO power Bud has.
I
I'm
mean,
not. I'm
Ain't
not
like
ain't
understanding
you
the
ain't.
context
wildin',
of the statement.
He
you
says
wildin',
checkmate. What the
you
fuck? Errol
wildin'.
ain't got that KO power,
Oh, Earl ain't
but
got it.
has.
Oh, he don't. Oh, that's
okay,
why Earl got 23 KOs and 28 fights. Gotcha.
Look,
and
look,
breaking bone.
look, man. People were waiting for Earl to just. They was waiting for his career to go downhill. That's why they was always bringing up old and drinking. They was waiting for that shit.
Woo!
They they
Perfect time. I
they
got a
was
video
waiting
coming for
for it,
you. This
bro.
is on this subject too. Hold
Uh-oh,
on.
here you
I
go.
thought we were gonna get
Woo!
through the night without a video.
Oh no,
And
no, no!
this
I
is
got.
why.
I already got a
And,
couple of them lined up for you, but I'm gonna
and,
send this one because
Oh
this is
my
on
god.
this
and
topic.
this is
So hold
why.
on. Oh, hold on. I'm offended. I'm logging off. You got a problem with my video?
No,
My
but we
videos
not.
are
No, the thing
facts.
is, when I start
2 minutes
drinking,
of
when I start
facts.
drinking, and then you be asking like, "Nike, play a video." I gotta like. I'm already blind, so I'll be like,
I thought
Two
you made
minutes
Where
that.
your
of
glasses
listen.
at?
I
I
thought
give y'all
that.
two. I give y'all 2 minutes of facts. Is what I give. That's it. 2 minutes.
well,
Exactly.
so
well,
listen,
Y'all
listen
see,
to Writing Yogi, like the video, share it, and
of
subscribe.
course.
We'll
All right.
well,
see.
let me say this about knockouts. Knockouts is great, but the one thing in boxing that a lot of times we make mistakes in picking fights is we carry over one performance to the next because everything gonna matter on how the guy fights one another. If Earl Spence fight Bud and all he do is jab from the outside, then guess what, fellas? It won't be a knockout in that fight. So it all depends on what mindset a guy has. And also, I've seen guys get knocked out by fighters that can't punch, then fight guys that can punch and don't get knocked out. So it you know what I'm saying? Like who
I'm
knows
gonna
how it's
say
gonna
this.
go?
I'm gonna say this. I can't wait for the fight, man. I don't know how it's gonna play out either.
I don't either.
Like it could go either way. Listen, I'm on EJ side because I I just love the perseverance. You know, like
Right.
I was one of those kids that had to touch the stove, see how hot it was. You know, like
Me,
yeah, I'm just
me
like that.
too.
You know,
Yeah,
Me
I'm going.
too.
that's you know, EJ come from a Caribbean family. You know, made their way. You know, good family, and you know, just a fighting kid. He a fighting motherfucker, like you said before, man.
And he the
You
real
don't
And
dog.
you
He
don't
the
he a
think
real
that
fighting
that's
dog.
motherfucker.
Crawford? You
Oh
don't
no,
think
no,
that's
No,
but
Crawford?
Butter dog,
Come
Butter's a
on.
fucking
Are
but
dog.
you
listen.
He a
fucking
dog.
kidding me?
But check
He
this
All
even
right,
out. How
has his
much of a
kids.
he a
He even
dog.
breeding his kids to be the same way.
You
Have
right,
you
you
seen his
right.
kids?
no?
His
But that's
daughter
big.
is a fucking track monster. She
Yeah, you
fucking
right.
lost her shoe and came back and
Don't.
Yeah, she a
smoked
monster.
everybody on there.
Yeah, she a
His
But don't.
monster.
his boys are fucking wrestling
He's
monsters.
a great
Like,
father.
come on. Come
He's a
on.
Yeah.
great father, and I don't take it
Come
from.
on.
I separate being a great father from boxing for a certain man because he's a great and outstanding father, black man. So, like I say, like Julie said, I like both
It,
of them and things
it,
like that. But me
Got
personally, when I say
businesses.
yeah,
Yeah.
but me personally, when I say a real dog, now can't nobody on this panel argue this here. When you look at a real dog, you look at somebody that came through perseverance, somebody that has
man,
a that has had their back against the wall and has scrappy fights. And you can say what Bud has not. Bud hadn't had that, and you can say, well, that's because Bud knocks everybody out. But let's be honest with you. Can we truly say Bud's a true dog? When the last time Bud has got into a shootout or a dog fight that
Oh
after
my
that
god,
fight
I
we
cannot
say
with
nah,
this.
I gotta get. Whoa, hold on.
No, we're
That
not gonna do
when
that.
the last
what was that?
Um,
Calculus. He knocked him down, and Bud came back, knocked his ass out.
that's
Postal.
well, so
Po-
hold on. How many years ago that's been? And I'm not saying that you're right. That was a big fight. But what I'm saying,
even the Porter. Hold on, I love EJ, but even the Porter fight. But I thought Porter was doing good against Bud, and then Bud just
that's
caught him.
doing good. But that is
I
doing
had
good. But
Porter
that's not a
winning
dog
at the
fight.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stop.
but that wasn't a dog fight.
They
all
both
Porter fights
landed
is dog
98
fights, bro.
punches.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
all
both
you,
Porter
landed.
fights.
I want to put that in perspective. They both landed
you
98
gotta turn your
punches.
porch light on,
Okay,
Junebug.
Oh my.
like a June bug, like
Yeah,
a lightning bug, right? We don't have it.
Hey! Let me shout out to
there you go.
Texas,
There
man.
you go.
Let, 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 let me shout out to Texas, but Texas got these love bugs out here, and them
Hey
motherfuckers
man.
is crazy.
Hey man,
Them
you ought to
love
come to
bugs
Mississippi.
crazy as hell.
Come to Mississippi and fight these mosquitoes that
Hey,
big as eagles, man. You
oh,
ain't seen that yet.
but hey,
Texas
let
got
me
roaches that
but
fly.
But Junebug, let me shout out Mississippi though, man, because you know I have been the one in out there in Biloxi. It's time to get Biloxi back on the map. But you know, a lot of these places that be having those great fights, like Biloxi, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee, it's time to bring those cities back. Nika, I'm trying to tell you
Man,
something. We got to start promoting those type of places because statistics has shown that the number one fans far as watching these fights have been in the South. And I'm talking about Raleigh, North
I could see
Carolina,
that.
Biloxi, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee. That's Showtime and ESPN fights. It's time to
Well,
bring some fights
But
to the
Julius too,
area.
Julius, and
Atlanta.
I agree with you. I love boxing in the South, but listen, New York is a fighting town, bro.
Oh
We
no, you
love
gotta
boxing.
have certain
We
fights
love
in
boxing.
Brooklyn. Yeah, you gotta
Facts,
have fights in
Let me
facts,
stop.
Brooklyn and Madison Square Garden. Come on,
facts.
man. Look,
New York.
especially when you
Hey,
got a Puerto Rican fighter fighting a
Word.
Mexican or a Puerto Rican fighting a black fighter, and you put it in the Barclay or Madison Square Garden. Come on now. I
Yeah,
ain't
know.
crazy. Shout
Listen,
out San
y'all
An.
know.
Look,
Listen,
definitely
I,
shout out San Antonio, the Alamo
facts.
Dome, El Paso. Hey, look, man, all them are fight cities. You know what I'm saying? More so than LA. And, you know, no offense to New York, but yeah, that's right. The
No
Raleigh. That's
offense.
right, Bravo. Bravo, we gonna take some fights out there on New Bern Avenue.
yeah. See, in
Nah,
Mississippi,
Raleigh
nah.
Boulevard.
You know what's crazy? You know what's
Yeah.
crazy? I went to Andre Berto fight in Mississippi. I think that day
Mm-hmm.
was lit.
Yep. We fought in
That day that
Tulupia.
day was lit. Yeah.
Tupelo.
Tupelo.
Shout
Tupelo.
shout out to my Haitians, man.
Tupelo.
Yeah,
Hey,
they was
like
out there
we
turned up.
different down here, man. We eat watermelon all day and run 8 miles with no shoes on. Hey, you got to be a
Wow.
savage, man. but
Yeah,
the
man.
but
Yeah,
the thing about down here though, Julius,
That's
what you
right.
said, in
That's
most
right,
places,
Yogi.
is
And
that
and and let me
we
say
don't
this.
have a good
Go
boxing
ahead.
gym down here. We don't have a. If
Right,
we had just a good boxing gym down here that would breed fighters that bring us. Mississippi don't have a good boxing gym.
right.
It's a good area, but we don't have a good boxing gym down here.
Right. But you know, the thing I'm talking about is just bringing the events there
Hmm.
because
Facts.
Mississippi got the crowd is going to come out. And a lot of times, a lot of these cities that I'm talking about, Nika, Mike Nice, Checkmate, a lot of these places are college cities as far as support college teams, support professional teams. That's why Bud Crawford bring in 20,000 in Omaha. He got the big school, Creighton, Nebraska. These people want to see sporting events and they want to root for guys that are close by. So we
That's a
need to,
fact.
bring it. And the Carolinas, they missed their joint one time when Paul Williams was a champion.
And
Paul Williams should have fought in South Carolina or North Carolina. He should have. No
Let
ifs,
me
ands,
play.
buts about it.
Oh,
Let me play this video that Checkmate sent me.
copy.
yes, ma'am. This is for the Bud. This is for the Bud versus Earl fans, and 2 minutes of
Go.
facts.
Let's see.
Hey,
Um, hold on.
Facts, Ronnie Bravo.
Oh,
I'm
this
going.
one. Okay.
yeah, man. Listen, I love the South. I'm down here getting this oil money. I love the South, man.
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go.
Errol, congratulations. You've got the 3 belts. What's next?
Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terrence Crawford next.
You're going to make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps and I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
All right.
Right.
Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you. Man down. Strap season. I know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt. I'm a big fish. I'm the top predator. I'm looking for you, Earl. Where you at? I'm in the ocean. You say you the big fish. I'm looking for you. Where your ass at?
Oh God. Kill him.
Is put on Ugas. And that one hurt Ugas, I believe.
Ugas might be hurt.
Horns in the corner. Uppercut lands. Crawford on the attack. That's it. It's over. We celebrate.
You see how his face look after the fight?
Talking about the fight, Sean. Did Crawford have you hurt in a way that Spence did it in that 11th round? Was that the most hurt you've been as a pro, Sean?
Look at that shot. Hey.
I just want to point that Adrian Broner knocked down Spence as well.
He did. He hit him with a hell of a shot.
Hurt.
As I was against Elston's Jr.
Because your daddy stopped it. Because your daddy stopped it. This is
Okay.
no, you see what? If I would have known this was like a freaking Spence
No, what I did-
dick riding
hey,
video, I would
what
not
I-
have played it. I would not have played it.
Listen, what I
I would
did.
not have played it.
what-
Checkmate. I gotta say, that's some of your finest work I've ever seen.
No, see that?
Beautiful. Oscar, that's
Spence
Oscar
won those
work.
belts, of course, by breaking 2 of the eye sockets out of the 3 belts. And
And
I
had I
showed
known it,
Bud one of
had
his
I
belts
known
by
that
Jeff
video
Horn,
was
and
a
his
Spence-
face was fine.
If I
You
would have known that
understand what
was a
I'm saying?
Spence
So
glorification
showing
video
that
like that,
and then having
I
them
wouldn't have
meeting
played
up,
it.
it wasn't necessarily like it was a dick riding. I showed
Nah.
both of all of their
No.
highlights for each belt
That
that
was
they
definitely
won.
that was more
on road.
that was more Spence. Come on, that was more
Why?
Spence
Because
driven.
he said he's coming for the.
No. You couldn't.
I gave
No.
each of them equal time about the belts that they won at the 147 division. Two
Oh,
of those guys had broken eye sockets.
Hey, look,
Okay, just
this
her
just in.
face was
Edgar
smooth.
Berlinga
Just
got
her,
suspended 6 months and
Yeah,
fined
That
$10,000.
that's
yeah, but
good.
I said that
That's
when we
good.
first got on that suspending him for 6 months. That's just ready for him to be for his next fight. Like that's not enough
That's
yeah.
true
because
too.
Red
They
That's
Catch
should
true.
have
got a whole
DQ'd him.
year.
That's
He
a
got a
fake
whole year.
Canelo went. That's a fake Canelo suspension. Canelo was suspended during the interim between fights, right? For the
But
6 months when he got tested positive for the drugs
right.
twice.
But my thing is this: why is all this Berlinga? Where is all this Berlinga love coming from? Is it
Not from
because he
me.
cool
Not
with
from
Fat
me.
Joe? No, I'm
Man, he
talking
bet.
about
I tell you what, he
international.
better get back with Uncle Rozier, man.
Because
Man,
I
he
think they
just
have.
can't
But
I think
he,
fight,
because they have
bro.
a lot of money
He
invested
better.
in him, so they paying the right people to give them the suspension 6 months instead of a year. You know,
Yeah.
so
he
because he
Yeah,
beat
definitely
the
should have
hell
got it.
out of
Because if Red
him.
Koch got a year, he should have got a year too. So
yeah,
Oh,
and
you
six
you see
months
you
and
see the
he
is
video
can't.
like
I
enough
sent
time
you?
for him to be ready for his next fight. That would have
Yeah,
probably been close to what he would have been fighting in.
and look,
Let
He
and
looked
he
like he was
can't
slow
fight,
dancing
man.
with him.
Man, they finna
No,
give him a
I'm not.
slap
I'm
by
not.
seven.
I don't see the
let,
talent. Virgil
let me
Ortiz
ask
got
y'all:
more talent than him.
do
I don't
do,
see the talent in Berlinga.
do
They
y'all
finna
think
sacrifice
do,
Elwood.
do y'all think Fat Joe gonna make his money back on Belinga?
But
Fat
when
Not
you
if
Joe
he
say
put
get
money,
let him
money
get
into
him.
when you
him.
say money back, what
He
did he
had
put his
to,
money
bro.
into?
He bought a couple chains and shit like that, couple cars. He ain't
I
do
Oh
don't
that
know
my
with
about a
his.
couple
God,
of chains and a couple of cars. You're giving him too
If
much
he
credit.
be, eh,
I don't think Fat Joe is throwing money on him like that.
I don't
I
A
either.
think he
couple of
did. I
chains
think
and a
he
couple of
did.
cars?
well,
Yo,
hey, he
listen.
better go.
Nah.
Well, he better
Maybe
go.
a
He better
chain,
go
not a
bet.
car, and a couple of chains
Well,
and
if
a
he bet
couple of
on the
cars.
knockout, he lost.
Hey, he better go bet Ryan Garcia again. He better go bet Ryan Garcia then.
Because Ryan Garcia pays his bet. He did pay Ray Spencer's
Oh, I,
20,000.
I got a question for y'all.
You
My
know you
man, my
gonna do
man,
that.
my man Frank Martin. I feel like he don't get enough love at 135.
Well, you ain't talked
Where
to
y'all
me in
got him ranked?
checkmate.
Where y'all got him ranked,
Hey,
man?
You
I
ain't
he,
talked to me in checkmate about it.
Frank Martin is number 2 at 135. I
Ooh,
think Devin is number. I think as far as if they all will fight, who will win? I ranked them again. I got Devin in third behind Frank Martin and Tank. Tank and Frank
okay.
Martin, they're so neck and neck. I'm afraid. It gives me anxiety trying to figure out that
That would
because
be a hell of a fight, man.
If Frank Martin has all the physical advantages, everybody has all. Tank is 5'5". Okay, let's get it out there. So there's always a degree of difficulty for him that people don't even give him that. He's always getting the short end of the stick. You know what I mean? Except, of course, when he fought
Barrier.
Cruz. Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah,
Cruz, when he
yeah, yeah,
fought
yeah.
Cruz.
Cruz.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. My
But
bad.
other than that, 9 out of 10 times Frank Tank is going to be at a disadvantage. That's what makes his
Facts.
wins so great. But Frank Martin, nobody talks about him. He's not even ranked in the top 10.
Nah.
This is so crazy. Oh, I'm glad. Oh my God, I'm so glad y'all brought this up. Oh man. Because speaking of the top 10, you realize the ring got Tank rated at number 4 at 135. Do y'all realize that, Bull?
Behind
Do
who?
y'all realize that?
Who he behind?
Behind,
Yeah.
behind Loma, behind Tio, and Devin.
Tio ain't even that at 135 no more.
This is where this is why I'm going to start my. I kept saying I'm going to start my YouTube dedicated to checkmating these propaganda medias. I'm going to be dedicated to checking these lies, man, because it's ridiculous. How it's just pure propaganda. How are you going to disrespect Tank when all Tank is your favorite fighter, but you're going to make him number 4, and you're going to have Ryan Garcia in front of Cruz. You're going to have Ryan Garcia in front of Cruz, and you're not even going to have Frank Martin in the top 10.
Well, you got to think, man. I mean,
It's about talent,
this
man.
it's been the same way as far as with the Ring magazine for the longest. I mean, the last
I'm sick
20,
of it.
30 years. Like for real, bro. That ain't the they call themselves the Bible of boxing, but man, they just propaganda. They've been propaganda, man. Hey,
Facts.
I don't expect nothing out of them. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Check. When I look at people pound for pound list, I don't even have an opinion on it because
Right.
it's just an opinion, and a
Right.
lot
Yeah,
of
I don't even.
times it's driven. by other things other than boxing. But look, when Frank Martin finally break through, it's always tough historically. Now, I'm not talking about my opinion. I'm talking about historically for black southpaws that can box and is not very popular. They struggle with making a name. Look at a guy like Stevie Johnston. You know what I'm saying? That's who Frank Martin remind me of a little. That guy had a world title and couldn't get opportunities.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it happens. So I fully expect Frank Martin to not get a chance to fight Devin or Tank. But I
You think
think that,
so?
yeah, I
Wow.
don't see
No,
it, man. I really don't think
especially,
those guys are fighting.
Okay, so
especially not Haney.
I wanna
Talk about Tyson Fury.
no. Well,
No,
that's
but
next. So that's next. But I want to
I
talk about this
specifically wanted to talk about
betting
this
line for
subject though.
tomorrow.
Oh, the
Okay.
betting line for what fight?
Yes, for tomorrow
Joe
for the
Smith?
because somebody was gracious enough to break down the betting line for me and give their opinion on it and what
Mhm.
people should maybe bet on. So I want to like do a little segment called "Bet Your Butt Off." So
Okay.
I'm just want to
Nice.
show. Hold on.
If you're gonna bet for Joe Smith, first 3 rounds.
Yeah,
Because he can punch now.
he
All
could
right,
definitely
so
punch.
someone was
Word.
gracious enough to break this down and give this opinion and what you should bet on if it pops up. Okay. Let's see if
Okay.
I could ooh, wait, what did I do? Damn, hold on. Stop sharing. Hold on. I'm a little bit drunk, you guys. Hold on.
I'm about to join you. I'm about to go to the
Not
liquor store
drunk.
for
I'm
real.
tipsy, but I'm
That red cup that got strong.
no, I put a lot of liquor in it today. I did put a lot of liquor in it. I'm not going to lie.
What we drinking today? Tequila?
Bacardi rum.
Julie, you gonna have to host the show in a minute.
Yeah, I might
No, no, no.
have to.
I don't get drunk like that. I get tipsy, but then when I get tipsy, I can't. I already blind, so when I'm drinking, my eyes get even more like.
See, Nate, I'm disappointed. That means you ain't focused.
No, I am. No, I'm not a boxer. I'm not a boxer. I'm not a boxer. Okay. But touche. That was right on cue.
Hold up, Nika. Don't tell me you ain't gonna be able to be no nurse now because of the drinking now.
ain't disciplined. Julie, she ain't disciplined.
No, it's just when I'm drinking, I can't really see that well. But I don't ever get drunk. I get like tipsy. That's about it. I can't handle my liquor. Like I'm really like I'm a drinker. Unfortunately, it's not something to brag about, but I am a drinker.
But you don't. I don't know. You don't look drunk right now.
No, because I'm not drunk. I just can't really see that well.
Yeah,
I just
you.
can't
I'm
see the.
like you the best looking drunk I've ever seen. Because you, if
No, because
somebody's
I don't
drunk,
get
they
drunk. I
slurring.
can
I'm
hold
like, you're
I
not
can hold a lot of
slurring.
liquor. I can hold a
Yeah.
lot of liquor. It's just when I drink, I can't see that well.
All right.
That's
Well,
the only
one
thing.
day I want you to get full blown drunk.
Nah, that's not gonna
Okay,
happen
I'm
because I
just
can
joking.
handle
It
liquor.
was a joke.
I can handle liquor, so it
I
won't
wouldn't want
happen.
you to do that. No, it was a joke. I wanted you see you fall asleep with the desk while we still talking.
No, that's not gonna happen. Damn, where did it go? Hold
But
on.
yeah, so that was actually one of the subjects I wanted to bring up today. Again, regarding the ring disrespecting Tank by having him rated as number 4, and also disrespecting Frank Martin by not even having him in the top 10.
Wow.
You know,
I think
when
because they cheer them
you
boys,
got
man.
but listen, you should be able, when you rank fighters, you rank them on talent. It's because a lot the fringe fighters, they don't have anybody, they never fought anybody to be ranked highly anyway. How are you going to rank Ryan ahead of Cruz based
What?
off the only Luke
What?
Campbell was Luke
That's
Campbell's a
simple.
bum.
That's simple. Who run Ring Magazine?
All right, let's
Oscar,
see. Did I
There
do
absolutely.
you
this right?
go.
Okay,
And
so here
then
we go.
also,
All right.
Okay, so can you guys see that pretty good?
A little bit.
A little bit.
All right, so he says.
Beterbiev is a maniac who takes. Yeah, I could see somewhat.
All right.
He is. That's
All
a
right, so he
fact.
says Smith Jr. can fight. He lost a unanimous decision versus Bivol and beat an older Hopkins, but it was still impressive. And he's a hard puncher. He's no slouch. However, Beterbiev is a maniac who takes your best shot and continues to come forward. And I'm not sure that Smith has the boxing IQ to keep archer at distance. There's levels and Beterbiev is higher than Smith, in my opinion. Beterbiev fights like a pit bull on the mailman's ass, and he's outstanding at closing the distance and getting inside your house to rob you for all your shit worse than Debo did Stanley.
Oh my God.
And what makes it even more grueling, he likes to brutalize you with lumberjack work, making you pay with both body and headshots. So his prediction is Smith won't have anything left after the 7.5, 8 rounds. Smith is a tough dude, but again, it's levels. Smith will have his success in small bursts, but I can't pick a guy just in there surviving. So the betting line, what he's suggesting is that you pick Artur Beterbiev money line minus 750. Pick Artur Beterbiev via TKO 8.5 round. So this is bet your butt off segment right there. So if you guys are betting men and you wanted a little bit of insight on who you should bet on, this is some grade A assessment for you to put your money where your mouth is. All right.
Okay.
I might rock with that.
All
Now,
right. Right.
now,
That's
now, to
pretty
be
good,
real
right?
with you, you ain't gonna make no money off of Better Be winning. So if you want to try to land a Hail Mary shot, I would go Joe Smith within
I'm gonna put
3.
some money on Joe Smith.
Yeah, because
Within
Joe
3.
Smith can punch early, but he probably will
He
get
can't
knocked out.
punch. He
But
can't
he can
punch.
punch
Well, I mean,
early in that fight.
there's a little bit of money you could make on
I
Better Beef if you get the round correctly. Because I use
Right.
FanDuel, and like if you hit like on the if Better Beef would have knocked out Joe Smith in the first 3 rounds, you can get some money if you put down $100.
Right.
So it really depends, but most of the money is made on Joe Smith's side. So
Right.
Listen,
Sure.
I'm in the minority here. I'm in the minority here because I'm not really a Better Be a fan. I think he's strong, he's powerful, but I think he's kind of he's really kind of slow and he really wings and misses a lot of punches. I think Bivol was actually I've always said Bivol. For the last couple of years that Bivol was the best at 175.
I want to
So
see that fight, man. I want to see that
Bivol,
fight, man. Yeah,
what
Bivol
Bivol?
versus Better Be. Yup. I
Yeah,
want to see that fight.
Bibble will
Well,
be to me. I look at Better Be as what was the guy at Burchell? To me, he's a bigger version of Burchell.
oh no, he more. Check. Hold now. He more talented. He more talented than Burchett.
I can show you some lowlights.
You can send me
Not
some
highlights,
lowlights.
but lowlights.
Go ahead. You can send them. You look. Make your 2-minute video. He's a little more talented than Miguel.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
But I
I
don't know. To
think so.
me, I think his boxing skills are crude. This is just my opinion.
Oh yeah,
This
he
is
ain't.
this is the
He's
reason
not a
why
guy
Marcus
that's gonna beat you
Brown.
like that.
This is the reason why
I
Marcus Brown was
I
having
tell you what.
success boxing
I
him
tell
until
you.
he got knocked the fuck out.
I
He's
tell you what.
dumb.
It's a reason why Canelo picked Bivol over Better Be, though.
Absolutely, because Better Be would have stopped him. But see,
Right.
Better Be is a guy that he doesn't have the greatest speed. His timing is okay, but he breaks you down,
He
and he know
does.
he got 12 rounds. You know
Word.
what I'm saying? And it ain't given to the fastest. It's the person that can, endure and break you down, and he do it.
I mean, I think it's a good thing for his opponents that he doesn't have speed. Because if he had speed to go along with that power,
Yeah, it'd be unfair.
Then he really
boy,
would
it'd
be.
be unfair.
Then
It'd
he
be
really
like
would
Roy
be a pound
Jones
for
out there.
pound. Yeah, so I don't rate him that high, to be honest with you. He's strong, and that's how he's getting it out. Even that other Russian guy that when he took the belt from him, it was like the guy was outboxing Better Be it. The one
Talking
who
about
retired.
nails. That dude got-
Gavaznik?
Yeah,
I don't know if I don't think he was outboxing him. It was a give and take fight. Both of them
but
had
he
their
hurt-
good moment.
but he was
Yeah,
hurting Better
y'all
Be
do know that
and-
Nails spent about a week in the hospital after that fight
right.
too. Now,
But that's my point. My point is that guy, he pretty much had. I couldn't see how he was hurting because he really wasn't a power puncher.
yeah, but his life almost ended. Now he the
I
one.
just think Bivol. I think Bivol will be able to beat
It's
him.
a good fight.
All right, so I want to do a little commercial break just to wish every man here in the chat a happy Father's Day. I hope you get good gifts, and you are treated like the king that you need to be on Father's Day.
Thank you.
But
is that
women
a
do
is that a
not
woman with
start.
a mustache?
I think so. I don't know. But I was trying to give a note to the women: do not try to take the shine from the men that day. That it's Father's Day.
Wow.
So
So
happy
don't
Father's
try to take
Day.
the
Happy
shine.
Father's Day, guys. I just wanted
Yeah,
to
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Nike.
you. Thank
That's
you.
Appreciate it.
crazy.
Appreciate it.
That's crazy right there.
Cause you know it. You know that's what's gonna happen on
Yeah, they're
Sunday
gonna
too.
be like,
I'm mama and
I'm the mama
I'm
and
mama
the
and
daddy.
daddy.
Yeah.
So,
But hey, so you wanted to talk about the Tyson Fury? I'm gonna talk first if
no.
that's
All right.
okay, Nike.
Let's
I'm gonna go
let's
first.
give let's give Julius his props because he did. I wish I could remember which live it was so I could pull up the actual statement that you said because Julius did say that
When he was fighting them people at that, on that car.
on the car that he
Yeah.
said that Fury was banned from the US and he was probably just getting drunk and
Mm-hmm.
so I want to give kudos to Julius for calling that out. But where did you see that information? Was it
Well,
Twitter?
now it's everywhere. The Daily Mail got it now. But what made me believe that Tyson Fury was banned in the beginning was everybody else had got banned that did business with him around the world. If they weren't an American citizen, they were banned from the United States. His name just hadn't been said, but he done more business with him than anybody.
You
You
said
know
it's
what
on
I'm saying?
the Daily Mail.
The Daily Mail. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
they
everywhere
got it
now.
now.
Let me see if I can
And
find it.
and also too, man. I mean, if I'm Eddie Hearn, I'm concerned. If I'm Richard Schaefer, I'm concerned. These guys done business with Daniel Kinahan all over the world.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But see,
Okay, I see it here. Let
here's
me
the
see.
thing. you know Again, you talking about a drug lord, not even a drug kingpin, a drug lord, murderer, all that. You know what I'm saying, man? It's crazy. But Tyson Fury got what he deserved, Nika. I'm just gonna keep it at 1,000. He got what he deserved.
Hey,
His
real quick.
own promoter snitched on him. Let's call it. Bob Arum has snitched on people before to the feds.
Yo, he
All right,
People
has.
forget about
He
Bob
has.
Lee.
let me
People
share
forget
it.
it. Listen,
I found
Nika,
it.
look, everybody. Bob Arum went to Bob Lee and said, "Hey, can I pay you to get my fighter rated?" And then went snitched on the man and got him a federal prison sentence. So this
Word.
guy is used to doing this. It's nothing new.
Yeah, so it says Tyson Fury's refused access to U.S. as associates of mob boss Daniel
Wow.
Kinahan barred from America. Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Mm.
Refuse. Yeah,
You
Tyson
know what,
refused.
Julius? Bob probably said, you know what?
Julius did damn
I
sure he said this
he,
shit. So you know what? You gotta give
Bob,
Julius his
Bob
flowers.
Bob said I made my money off Fury already, so now I'm telling
Yeah,
on
Yeah.
everybody.
yeah.
Yup.
Sayonara.
He said I'm telling on everybody.
And
And
then
and
Bob
and
probably looking at that clock.
And the crazy thing is that Tyson Fury and his wife had bought a house in Las Vegas and
But there's
all
a little
that
clip
stuff.
here. There's a little clip here. It says Tyson Fury jogs after being denied entry into U.S. for mob boss links. Let's see what this is.
Okay.
Fair use, fair use. Whatever. I be seeing people saying that so they don't get strikes on their page or
So what
whatever.
you think he'll retire?
Well, I mean, they
I
kind of
wouldn't put it
retired for
past him.
him.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him because I think
They
he was
kind of
already
retired
close
it for
to it.
him.
Mm-hmm.
This Daily Mail has a lot of pop-ups on it. Ugh. It's making it look like my internet is not up to par, and I have A1 internet. So Daily Mail, get your shit together. The fuck? All right. Skip ad. Yeah, this thing has a lot of pop-ups and a lot of shit on it. Where's the sound? It doesn't play the sound. But this is like stupid. All right, never mind. This is just him jogging after he was denied access to the U.S. Whatever.
Mhm.
They couldn't hear the sound on it though.
Yeah, man. Hey, this is. I mean,
When you
really,
saw it, were you like,
what's gonna
diggity
happen?
dog? Like, damn, I was right. Like, is that what you did, Julius?
No, I was just when I saw it, I said I tried to tell people. I tried to tell them that this day was coming. And look, have we seen Richard Schaefer lately?
No,
Richard Schaefer
no.
is another guy. You know what I'm saying? Richard Schaefer. Have we seen Eddie Hearn in the States lately?
You know what? If he's singing Sweet Caroline, thank God the sound didn't work because I don't want to hear that shit ever
He about missing
again.
Carolina now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Sweet Caroline.
Eddie Hearn was just in New York.
Hey, look, maybe I'll sing Sweet Caroline.
Like, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's my
Eddie,
land, Carolina. But no, I'm
Eddie
just
Hearn was
telling
just in
y'all,
the U.S.
man, don't be shocked if Richard Schaefer, um, and also Eddie Hearn, if those guys, because think about this.
Hold
If
on,
the
checkmate
United
just said
States,
Eddie Hearn was in New York.
okay, he might was, but he could be on that list at some
Oh,
point.
he
And
was. That's true.
and here's another thing. If either one of those guys, Tyson Fury, Richard Schaefer, Eddie Hearn, if they on that list, their career is done. People talk about America, but this is where you come to make that money. And if
Facts.
you get America disbarred from America, you pretty much at that point, man, just gonna go off to a farm somewhere and live off the rest of your life because you're not gonna make that type of money. And those guys, all they talk about is the money. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. You
Facts.
you would be right, sir. This is Julius. This is Julius. he said what he had to say.
It's
He
his
said
time to
this shit.
glow.
I want to say like
Yeah.
2 weeks ago or so, and he was right. So everybody give Julius his flowers. Wish him a happy Father's Day and give him his flowers.
Thank you. I'll
Happy
take a
Father's
couple
Day.
bucks though. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I
What's
can
your
put in
cash
that
app, Julius?
gas tank.
What is your cash app?
It'll be at the
Hey,
bottom
hey,
of the
hey,
screen.
hey,
Yeah.
Julius. Hey, Julius. So,
Yes.
so since you got that right, what is the official date on Earl versus Bud?
Hey, like Bud Crawford, like Floyd Mayweather said, not true. When I get ready to release it, I'm gonna give it the fight hype.
It's gonna be in October 2022. It's coming.
I
I'm
heard
October,
it
ready,
was the
okay.
man.
first of 29.
I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that I just wish is that I I love Las Vegas, but I kind of wish this fight was somewhere else, man. I know that people are gonna
Me
say the
too.
money, the money, the money, the money, but I'm just saying, man.
But where
I
else
would
could you
love
go to
for
be
it to be
fair? Like,
somewhere else.
if you go to New York, they're gonna say that's EJ. You know, EJ was born there. You can't do that. You can't go to Texas because they're gonna say EJ lives there. You can't. Where else they gonna go?
Let's do
L.A.
Well,
Miami.
well,
Let's do
well, you know
Miami.
something, man.
I
This
wouldn't
is
mind
Let's
I'm
do
gonna
Miami.
I'm gonna
Miami.
tell
Oh,
y'all.
Africa.
Hey, look, I'm
Miami.
gonna
No, I ain't
yeah.
trying to go. I ain't trying to
Do
take those
Africa.
long flights. Let's do Miami. Because
Hey,
I'll
that's
make
why
everybody
I
some
like
mango
Don King,
juice.
man. That's why I love Don King because Don King, no matter how big the fight was, he made it bigger. No matter if he put it
Word.
in, he could have put the fight in wherever. You know what I'm saying?
What about
Uh,
Atlanta?
why
Nick
not?
J says. Nick
That
J
would have been
says.
Big,
nice.
you know what I'm
That would
saying?
have been
Look,
nice.
Well,
Atlanta got
Special
a
said big.
They're trying to cultivate that
yeah.
as the
That would have been
next
nice.
boxing.
I would love Atlanta to be the fight. You
I,
know what I'm
but
Special
to be
said
saying?
but
big
to,
black
but
Love it.
but
fan
to be
base.
honest, the thing is though, right? I feel like, and I used to live in Atlanta before I moved to Houston. But
Hmm.
I say this, like I think Atlanta is more casual. Like you could sell out Tank in Atlanta, you could sell out Deontay Wilder in Atlanta. But I don't know how many other fighters gonna bring them out like that.
Brother,
It's
let me
like
tell you
crazy.
something.
Well,
Shakur ain't bring them out.
Shoot,
Shakur ain't bring them out.
Earl Spence and Terrence
Shakur ain't bring them
Crawford
out.
would sell out the
Anywhere.
Mercedes-Benz
That's true.
arena.
That's true.
That's
That's true.
80,000. They'll
That's
sell
true.
Mercedes-Benz out. Same, and listen, here's the
Okay.
crazy part. Boxing fans are quick to say, let's take it to Las Vegas. But in other sports, they have their Super Bowls their NBA championships, the national championship in other places. Atlanta would be great.
Yeah, when
Atlanta
you
would
say
be great.
when you say Earl and Buck, Earl will sell out anywhere. Earl will sell out
Wait,
I'm
I
anywhere.
saying
want to.
a
I want to do a
combination.
commercial
That's a
break.
fact.
Excuse me, sir. The mangoes in my backyard are delicious. So I don't know what you're talking
He said
about.
they only come from India. Okay.
They come from my backyard. Relax, my guy.
Not too much on mangoes because the best mangoes come from Jamaica. Shout out to the
They
gorilla.
come from my back. The best mangoes come from my backyard. End
Best
of
mangoes
story.
is
Well,
Jamaica.
But anyway,
ain't the climate the same in Jamaica and Miami?
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
pretty
like
much.
Okay,
that's what
there
I'm
you
saying.
go. Same,
We take care of our
same.
mango trees really well here. My mangoes are very delicious. All right, so
Same. Hey, and you know what, good brother? That's why when I be talking about, when they be talking to me about the Haitians and the Jamaicans and the Black Americans, or what we call now FBAs, I ask them, ain't them the same? Ain't those the same slaves that were dropped off in a different part?
Bro,
You
it's
know
the
what I'm saying?
same,
Come on
bro.
now.
It's the
Come
same.
on
It's the
now.
same,
Puerto
bro.
so
Rico too.
Puerto
write
Rico,
it, Yogi.
Dominican, ain't Haiti
I
and
know.
Dominican Republic.
I never
I'm
heard it
just
called
They
saying.
that. Dominican.
Haiti and the Dominican Republic are on the same island,
it's
right?
the same. It's the
Yeah, the same,
same
same,
thing,
yeah.
bro.
But
Yeah,
I never heard it. I never
yeah.
heard it called Dominican.
Dominican Republic, man.
That's that
That's
no
it.
cack. That's that no
Cackalacky.
cackalaki. That's that no
I I I
cackalaki.
I ain't gonna I'm not gonna hold you. It would be nice for like if EJ do like a showcase fight in Jamaica. That'd be nice. That'd be beautiful. One day.
I
Just
don't know
give
about
a
that one,
showcase.
man.
They can't. They're
Yeah,
not gonna
man.
be able to accommodate
I
all these
don't know.
people that want to come see
Yeah, I
what they
don't know
got.
Yeah,
about
man.
that.
What you
Come
mean?
on now.
I
No,
don't
no,
know
Come
no,
about
on,
no,
Yeah,
that,
man.
no,
man.
no,
I
no.
don't know how
Hold
they.
on.
But
EJ got a lot of property in Jamaica, man. He could do a
But that
Yeah,
don't.
showcase
But,
fight.
but
but
that
he
don't
ain't
mean
trying
you
to have
host a
us on
fight
his
there.
property. He ain't trying to have us on his
what are you
property.
going? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? A fight camp like Eddie Hearn did in his backyard on one of his
Yeah,
properties?
Yeah.
it's not
Listen,
gonna happen.
listen.
Eddie
Not
Hearn
gonna
had
happen.
those domestic fights, boy.
Hey, he
So
had
wait,
the zone. Eddie Hearn had the zone paying his
Hey,
mortgage, boy.
hey,
I
don't
know.
now listen. I'm gonna say something, and I know Nike girl gonna get upset. But didn't it
Who?
look like they were fighting on a plantation when they were fighting in his backyard?
Oh
I
shit.
don't want to upset your
Man,
girl, Nike,
who's
but
my girl?
huh?
Who's my girl?
I don't remember her
Oh
name.
my!
You
Look
know
at
the
dude.
one,
He said
the
a
one,
plantation.
yeah, the
Well,
one
Who's
that
my
was
Barry Harris got something to say. We
Who's my
know the
yeah, the
girl?
one
girl.
that was
Who's my girl?
The
Oh
I
girl, the
forgot
one who
her
called
name, man.
the one who called me a
From New
uh
Jersey,
what she called me? What
a
she
Oh,
called me, Drew?
shyster, Lisa.
Lisa
Yeah,
Daniels.
She called me a
I wish she was
trickster.
here tonight because she would lay into you, man. She would fucking lay into you.
Yeah, she called me a trickster.
She would
Trickster.
lay
Yeah.
into y'all right now. So, anybody want to answer the Righty
Oh,
Yogi's question? She wants to know thoughts on Nova versus Ramirez.
Abraham Nova, right?
Yeah,
Abraham
Abraham
Nova.
Nova. I feel like he's a big shit talker. He don't
I,
his
hey,
his fighting don't coincide with the shit talking he does, in
I
my
agree.
opinion.
hey, look,
I agree.
he a good character though. I like the mascot he got
That
coming
was
to
too
the
much.
ring,
That was too much,
but
and
I
he
mean,
don't fight that well to be
nah,
doing all
he,
that.
yeah, but you know what? This is a fight that's 50-50. Because I think she talking about him fighting Jose Ramirez, right?
Robesi
And
Ramirez.
who?
Robeisy.
Robesi Ramirez.
Oh no, okay, yeah, no, I got Nova winning. I got Nova winning. I thought Nova was moving up in
Hey,
weight. No, I got
So
Nova winning.
y'all wanna answer this question because he's
I
two
do.
on one. Chris
I
says that
do.
the Spence Crawford fight won't live up to the hype, and I
Hey,
think
Well,
it
Chris,
will.
Chris,
who?
I
I
think
Chris,
think
it
it
I
will.
will.
strongly, I
Yeah,
What?
that's
strongly
crazy.
disagree.
That
You
is
I think it
are a
will.
crazy.
hater.
Yeah.
Throwing peanuts
Strongly.
at you.
I think it will.
Boo.
Yeah.
Boo.
Tomato,
Boo.
tomato,
What?
tomato, tomato.
Whoa,
Hey,
dude. This
that
is the
sounds like
biggest
somebody.
fight of this generation. What are you talking? This is a Lennox
Hey,
Hearns type of deal. What is wrong with you?
Bro,
hey,
I
bro.
mean,
checkmate.
you never know because remember Tito Trinidad and Oscar De La Hoya. That was the super fight. It was supposed to be the next.
De La Hoya ran.
Yeah, and it didn't live up to the hype. So
De La
it can
Hoya
happen
ran
sometimes.
5 seconds.
He That sounds like somebody was waiting to see
When is Earl
Canelo and
back
Triple
down
G.
from a fight?
Earl
Earl
ain't
going to
running.
take the fight to
Earl
you.
ain't running.
Earl is
That's a
going to
fact.
break his body down. So Bud ain't going to have no choice but to fight. He's going to have to
Yep.
fight to survive until it
And
ain't,
Earl,
until it's over.
And Bud's gonna be down so many rounds by round 7, 8. He's gonna try to open up, and that's why I feel like Bo-Mac gonna have to throw that white towel in by 10.
This
Listen, the truth of the
what?
matter is, the truth of the
You know
matter
what,
is,
Jubug?
Earl is a
Turn off your porch
volume.
light, Jubug.
The
Turn
truth
off
of the
your porch
matter
light.
is, Earl is a volume puncher, and you know what? Bud is not a volume puncher, and Bud don't face volume puncher. We thought Sean Porter was going to give him that volume punching, but guess what? Earl took the life out of him. Earl had them contemplating retirement. He already had one leg in retirement during that training camp. That's the only reason
Yep.
why he only threw 98 punches. Okay, so when he's going to face an Earl, he's never faced. I like Bud. Bud is a Hall of Famer. I'm just being honest and calling it like it is.
And listen, when Earl knock him the fuck out, I ain't letting y'all fans downplay Bud. Bud is a monster. Bud is a beast.
He's Hall
Y'all
of
not about to sit up
Fame.
here. Y'all
Hey,
not about
Steph.
to downplay him.
I want
He's
him
Hall
to
of
chime in
Fame. I like
because
both players.
if y'all remember correctly,
I don't want
Steph
to
says
hear.
that this fight's not going to happen this year.
I
No, don't
think
put
it
me on the
is.
spot. I'm just
Stop,
listening, Nika.
don't bring,
Hey,
don't bring,
Nika.
don't bring no negativity, please. Don't bring
No,
no
but he said
negativity
that
on this
earlier
fight,
this year.
please.
He said it was
Ron
gonna
Boy said the
he said it
same
was
thing. I
gonna be
got a
stop at
$100 bet.
he said it was gonna stop at the
Well,
negotiation table. If I'm not correct, is that if I'm mistaken, right, Steph? You
It's
said it wasn't gonna
happening.
happen because of the negotiations.
No, it's
Yeah, and
happening.
that's what we're talking about. These guys are just negotiating right now. That's all.
All
I'll
right.
double down though. But
All
I don't
right.
want to put that out
Listen,
there. Y'all
Okay.
enjoy. I'm enjoying listening to y'all.
55-45, that's a fair split. It's 55-45. That's showing Bud
but
all the
but
respect in the
I
world
had him
hey,
because
winning
he's
but
going to
here,
make more money
I had him
in
winning
this
hey,
fight
but
than he's
here,
done.
but here's the thing,
Go ahead.
though, y'all, and I'm gonna keep it here where what I feel. I feel that nobody should care about the split. Get what is good for you. If you want 25 million and that's your mindset, I need 25. Go get your money.
Okay, but when the fight
Motherfuckers
don't
care about the
happen,
I'm
when the
split.
just
fight
saying,
don't
with
happen,
the
but
worry
listen,
about the next
Jules,
fighter,
okay, I believe you. I'm right there with you, Jules. But if the fight don't happen because he's demanding 50-50, now who are we going to blame? When
well,
you got a man who wait, let me get this off. Let me get this job, Jules.
all
Land the
right,
plane real quick.
yeah, go
So
ahead.
when you got a man who's got 3 belts,
Uh-huh.
he's fighting in stadiums, he's doing his pay-per-views, he's bringing in his revenue, and you got the other man who can barely get 5 million, who's getting 5 million and can't get big fights
no.
from Bob.
Well, let
Why are you going to tax Earl for the
what
job that
let
Bud hasn't done?
well let me say this,
That's why I said,
checkmate.
okay, let me land it. Let me land it.
I, I,
Okay, go
I,
ahead,
I'm
land it.
coming in.
All right, go
10
ahead,
seconds.
land it.
So my point is this: I understand. I don't care about the splits, but if Bud is demanding 50-50 and the fight don't happen because Earl say, listen, I built up my cachet. This is a business, and you know what I mean. And we doing 55-40. If he doesn't do that, it's not me caring about the splits. It's like Bud saying, hey, I ain't gonna do it because I want 50-50.
Hey,
And
but here's
it
my
hasn't
thing,
happened.
brother, and I'm not trying to say that what you're saying is right or wrong, but I'm just saying this. In negotiations, people may say one thing publicly, but when they get behind those closed doors with lawyers, you know what I'm saying? It's a totally different thing.
that's a
It's
fact.
a lot of different variables that go into this that I've never personally negotiated. I ain't never negotiated $1 million deal, $100,000 deal.
Well,
So
me
I
either.
can't tell these
Me
guys
either.
what to go
And
in
no,
there and
and
look
that's what drives
for
me
because I
crazy
don't know. I'm
that drives
being
me
honest. I
crazy
don't know.
when fans talk about what the fighters like they telling the fighters what they should take. Like who the fuck are
Right.
you? You don't even own a business. You don't run a
Right.
business. Like why are you telling the next man what he should do with his pockets and his career? Like that don't make no sense to
That's
me
real. That's real
Bro,
whatsoever.
shit.
if I can negotiate a $5,000 deal today for myself, that would be awesome. So I can't tell these
But
guys, we talking 8 figures, 7 figures, high 7 figures, 9 figures. I don't know, man. All I know
right.
is this. I
Yeah.
believe when they get in there with Al Heyman and all those lawyers and the TV people, I believe that they're gonna come out with a deal. And that's what I'm waiting on. And I
And
don't know
let me
what the
say,
money gonna be.
before I was a little worried about the fight getting made, but once I heard EJ say I'm not talking about the money no more in public. You know, we gonna
Right.
talk about it behind scenes. That's when I got super optimistic. I said this shit gonna happen, and then after EJ called them out, I think it's gonna happen. I'm optimistic it's gonna happen this year. If it don't happen this year, I'm, I bet whatever you want to bet that it's gonna happen next year. If it don't happen this year,
No,
so
I think it's gonna happen this
Listen,
year.
I think
listen.
it's gonna
I
happen.
don't care if Earl gave him 60%.
It's
It
got to
doesn't
happen
matter
this
to
year.
me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. What all I made my point was, Jewel, is that hey, if it doesn't happen, we can't blame Earl.
Oh yeah, I got
So
you. I feel you.
if Earl end up giving Bud 60%, I won't complain. It ain't my money. I ain't getting it down.
Yeah, I
I
feel
just
you,
want the fight
man.
to happen.
I just think that a lot of times, and fighters don't realize. And listen, man, Floyd Mayweather was great for boxing, but it was also a side of things that Floyd, the Money Mayweather side, some of the things that he said, which he was promoting himself, some of the fans took it, and a
They
lot of
took it.
people try to
Yeah.
live their life through Money Mayweather. So in other fights, they start throwing out their theories of money.
Hey,
Like
They call that
Julius,
peacocking.
Julius. I always thought Floyd was corny as hell, but a great boxer. But my favorite line when he told Mosley said, "I do this for the money." Duh, I'm a prize fighter, motherfucker. I thought that was the best line ever. Like that's what the fuck I'm fighting for, a prize. Duh.
You fight for a prize. It's prize fighting.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, man, that when the fans start getting involved in these fights and throwing, 50, 60, 40 was actually started when Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins was fighting. You know what I'm saying? When they was trying to get that second fight. But I'm just saying, man, I don't get caught up in the numbers, but I think it's gonna happen this year because I think both guys want to fight.
And
I feel like we're kind of like we're at our wits end. Like we're done. Like if it don't happen this year, we don't want to see it no more. Like it's done. Like
it's not gonna happen.
No,
if it don't happen this year,
it's not gonna happen this year. If it doesn't happen this year, it's not gonna happen.
It's over marinated at this point.
It is. It's overdone. The meat is dry. Like I don't want it anymore.
It's our
Well,
fault. We in this
Nayka.
microwavable society right now, right? You got to look back, right? When Leonard and Hagler fought, I remember Leonard. I wasn't around at the time, but I heard stories about Leonard and their retire. Didn't Leonard retire or some shit like that? Did he retire?
No, he came out of retirement. He came out of retirement.
Tell Bud. Wait. Tell Bud to sign the contract then, since y'all tired of waiting.
Okay, but y'all, this is where y'all getting this information from?
What information?
That it's Bud not signing the contract yet. Like, where y'all getting this
Steven
information
Espinoza, Nayka, Errol Spence Jr., Derek James, they linking it.
They're saying that,
but I believe. But hang on, Nayka, I believe Steven. He's the one who's got to cash the checks.
So you're saying that Errol already signed the fight?
No, Errol offered the negotiation. He has all the leverage. This is all old news. That stuff you guys know as well. But look. Take the pay cut, bro, and sign the contract.
I don't think it's a pay cut, though, Steve.
We can't tell him that.
That's not a pay cut.
I don't think it's a pay cut, Steph.
Yes, it is. Yes, sir, it is. Yes, sir,
How
it
you
is.
think so?
Because
that's gonna be the most money ever made. How is that a pay cut?
What do you mean the most money? No, it's not. No, it's not. No, sir. No, sir.
So do you think? Hold on a second, brother. Hold on 1 second, check. Now, Steph, I respect what you say. And I don't care how much these guys are willing to take, pay cut, everything. But do you really believe that this guy gonna get in the biggest fight in his life?
Yes, yes.
The biggest fight in his life and say, "Oh no, I'm gonna take less than I made in a Sean Porter fight."
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Julius. One more time. That end part, sir. That end part.
No. I said, do you really believe that anybody would get in the biggest fight of their life and say, well, you know what? I'm going to just take a pay cut in this particular fight when already in it. I don't think it's going to be a pay cut.
If it's less than Porter, the fight not happening, man. The fight not going to happen if it's less than Porter.
Well, look, these guys are negotiating. The thing is, man, yes, this is a big fight, man. And look, who's that? Terrence is trying to get the most bang for his buck, but
Yep.
he's the holdup right now. He needs to go ahead.
Yeah.
And when I say take the pay cut, look, man, he was the highest guaranteed guy doing his thing, but not in this fight, my friend. Not this fight.
Yeah.
Not
Come
this
on.
fight.
And I mean, if
Whoa.
you
Do not
saying
put
that he's
that.
gonna take less,
Wait.
Yeah,
I'm
because
sorry, Cozy.
say what you're gonna
Cozy,
say because
listen.
I'm
I'm an
gonna co-sign
EJ
what you
fan,
said.
but do not put
Don't
no fucking
compare those two
Dev
fights
and
together.
Bud at the same
Wait,
level.
what
With
happened?
Kambosos and Haney.
Dev
Ah,
is
man.
23 years. Dev is 23 years old, bro. Do not compare him and Bud. Cut that shit
Yeah,
out.
we're not gonna do that. We're not
Cut it
gonna
out.
compare Spence
Yeah.
and Crawford to
Nah.
Kambosos and Haney. We're not gonna do that. That's what we're not gonna do.
oh no,
Yeah.
oh
Cut that shit out.
definitely not.
And I'm
Look, man,
all
I
for
hope
Earl,
it goes
nah.
down, man. But hey, Bud, take the fight. Take the fight.
Damn,
Yeah.
so you blaming Bud. So you
Yeah,
blaming
y'all
Bud.
really want Bud
No,
to
I
beat
don't,
it.
I don't, I,
Steven,
I
no,
don't know who the blame is.
Who's that? Mike? No, Mike. Look, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just going off the very man who's going to put on the show, and Steven Espinoza. And if I could brag a little bit, I know people who know him directly, i.e., left. Like he came to them. And if y'all go back 2 months ago, this guy said, "Yeah, there's more optimism for the fight." And then you fast forward a little bit, and they send that contract over for him to review and sign. And look, like I said, they're negotiating, but he's the holdup, dude. Like, sign the fight. I mean, and then here's the thing.
I
Here's
will
one
say this.
more thing.
I don't know none of them personally, but I did hear that Steven Espinoza is one of the most like he one of those
Nayka, you need
execs
some
that keep his
moderators
word.
and tell Crystal to calm down and go ahead and maybe get her blocked or silence her
No,
on that.
she's my girl. She is my girl. And
That's my girl too. But trust me, she lucky I didn't pull up because I'd have pulled up. Man, I'd have been your kid's stepdad, by this time next week. So
Hold on a second, Cozy.
Shit.
Hold on. Hey, Steph, excuse me, man. Let me say something to Cozy on this. Cozy, I'm talking about two separate things when I say that. Because I can also say Mayweather did the same thing with Arturo Gatti. But, Cozy, I'm talking about these guys are at two different spectrums of their career. Shakur Stevenson is a 22, 23-year-old
yeah, she
that's
like
just
that.
trying to get on. Devin Haney was a guy that's 22, 23, 24 that's just trying to get on. Bud Crawford is a 35-year-old man that's thinking about his
future Hall of
5,
Famer.
6 kids,
Yeah.
his wife, his mama, his sister, his brother, how they gonna live the rest of their life. So he trying to set them up as well as make a big fight. Also, in my opinion, you got other things going on, like a rematch clause or like this.
Word.
It's so many
Rematch
things.
clause.
Yeah. Hey, some guys sign rematch clauses.
Hey, Julius, real quick, my man.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yo, man, you gotta let that Daniel Kinahan Tyson Fury joint go, B. I mean,
What you mean?
Man, forget
I
them.
didn't say
No, forget
nothing
them.
else.
They ain't shit.
Look,
Pardon my French, Nike. They ain't nothing, man.
You know I
They ain't
all I
trust
nothing.
said,
They
my
ain't
brother,
nothing, man.
all
They
I
ain't
do
nothing.
not
I
trust me.
said about it was that Tyson Fury was gonna get banned from be banned from the United States. That's the last thing I said
He's
about it.
not. And he's not.
No,
He
he is.
has.
He
He
has.
already happened.
He already
It's already been reported.
By the United
Come
States
on.
government.
Come
We just looked
on.
it
How you
up.
gonna say
We
he's
just
not?
looked
Look it up.
He's already been banned.
Look it
That's
up.
Wait,
it.
like so the United Department of whatever United States
Yes.
has banned him?
Yes.
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 Oh,
They
that's new
denied him
information to my
access.
ears.
Yeah,
But
but
hey,
look it up.
but hang on. Bill Haney was banned and he got exemption.
That's
So
a
he
different
can come over here and get
situation.
his
Nah,
paper,
that,
whatever.
This is
That's a
about an
whole different
ongoing
ball
Kinahan.
game.
You're right. Yes, sir. You're right.
It's
But I'm just
all,
saying,
you
like,
know what I'm saying?
there's some shit.
You pretty much money laundering for a kingpin drug dealer, and you did a crime 30 years ago. You know what I'm
The
saying?
Daily Mail. Oh my goodness.
Okay, well you can go to
Y'all crazy, man.
Oh, you don't like
No.
this. You don't like this.
Like, come
this,
on,
That
man.
cheese
Come
ass
on.
website. Oh my goodness.
it says Tyson
Stop.
Fury is refused
So
access
they're
to
not
U.S.
allowed to
as
report that
I,
Tyson.
so Julius.
Yeah.
You're not feeling that.
When do you think the fight
No,
is gonna
ma'am,
get
I'm not.
announced?
Okay.
When do you think the fight gonna
Touche.
get announced?
Hey, I don't know when they're gonna announce the fight.
I don't
Honestly,
care. I'm just
but
ready. I think it's happening now.
I think it's gonna happen too. I don't know when. I don't know. But I hope so, and I think so. But like I was saying to Cozy though, Cozy, if a guy getting ready to end their career and a guy getting ready to begin their career are two separate things as far as taking less to make a fight. Terrence Crawford has moved past the stage like that. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Crystal.
Well, I expect the fight to happen
Hey,
October 2022. And it's going to be a historic moment. It's going to be Bud's second undisputed
Undisputed.
fight, and it's going to be Spencer's
undisputed.
first. And truly, you know what I mean. And you know what's going to happen? Let me tell you what's going to happen. The winner,
Some
guess what?
checkmate say Halloween. Halloween.
It's going to happen. Tank fought on Halloween. It was great.
That's the week. That's the week
Listen,
before Halloween.
and you know what's going to happen? They're still going to have Interway #1 even after the winner of this. How about that?
Hell no. Hell no.
He ain't in my top 5. But hey, I don't even have a pound for pound, but he's just not top 5, period.
What you saying, Boxiana? but yeah, man. I don't know, brother, but I'm waiting though, man. Happy birthday, Boxiana.
Her
Boxiana birthday. Happy birthday,
Happy
sis.
birthday, country girl.
I'll make sure I come dropping your cash out during the fight.
No, her birthday's in October. She's thinking.
Oh, she want to fight for her birthday. Oh, okay, gotcha. Why not? Let's do it.
But if you want to drop her a cash out now, I'm pretty sure she'll accept those as well.
Okay, cool.
Hey,
let's get the skins fight for your birthday.
I don't know if you saw my post. Like, you know, you said you did a video. You said he beat Berlinger's ass, so I couldn't wait to use that one. You know what I mean? When Berlinger to say he beat Berlinger's ass, absolutely.
I checked the Junebug. I responded. You want me? Let me see Junebug. Hold on. Let me see if I could put this thing that Junebug sent me.
What else y'all talking about? What else is good in boxing?
Well,
besides biggest fight.
There's fights tomorrow.
Joe Smith.
Yeah,
that's right.
I'm sorry. I just don't give him a chance, man. I don't give him a chance.
You don't give
I give him a chance.
Wow.
It's a clan rally at the Garden tomorrow.
Are you gonna go, King P?
Nah, I'm out of town. I couldn't go. If it wasn't for that, I'd be there, but I'm out of town, so it is what it is.
It's at the Hulu Theater, right? I'm looking at it now.
Says it's gonna be a clan rally out there.
Look,
that's the joke. It's a clan rally.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
This dude,
let me ask you,
#1. How he makes him #1? Because Ring said he's #1. Can you think for yourself, sir? What makes? Can you name 3 of his opponents, sir?
Wait, what?
So
wait, hold on, checkmate. What are you talking about, checkmate?
The guy said Inoue #1.
Wait, man, he said Terrence Crawford confirms business for Errol Spence finalizing. Time is now.
That's fantasy talk. I mean, come on, guys, just wait for Errol or Steven or Terrence to announce the fight. That's all you got to do.
You are such a pessimist. Oh no, it can't be happening. Oh man,
no, sir. Come on, man. I go straight to the source. Like, wait for Errol or Terrence to say this shit. Right? This is all. What are you talking about?
It's happening this year.
Hey,
I hope so. I want it to, and I get real nervous, when I think about it, because that's a big fight. So I want it.
I need little Charlo Jamal. I need Jamal to sit the fuck down somewhere.
Jamal, okay.
I need little Charlo Jamal to sit the fuck down somewhere. We want Earl versus.
That's another thing. Why are you talking about fighting all these other people and not Errol, man?
Yeah,
that's a little weird.
Hey, you gotta work your set everywhere. You gotta work your set everywhere.
Master of none. Master of none.
That's focus on one fighter. That's why Canelo say, why you waiting for me? Fight each other.
Hey,
like, you can't just focus on
Canelo need. Hey, you Bud fans, y'all could get your notepad out on Canelo, because that might happen to y'all, man.
But listen though, Steph, I'm glad you brought that up. Hold up, I'm glad you brought that up, and I want to shoot on that. I want to shoot on what Steph just said, and I'm gonna make an announcement about that. Boxing fans, one loss does not end your life. So if Bud get knocked out,
Why?
now
Why
what
gotta
you
be
do
that? Why
is
gotta be that?
no, I'm just saying,
Example?
or if Earl get knocked out, or if Earl gets stopped, now you're gonna just
Early
throw
get
away.
stopped.
No, I'm
Early
just
get
saying.
stopped.
So now are we just gonna
Bud.
throw away their career and say, oh, it was nothing because they lost? You know what I'm saying? Hey,
This is
you
one of the
lose.
problems.
In boxing, you lose.
This is one of the problems that Floyd Mayweather created with his greatness.
I agree.
Old does not mean that. That don't mean shit. That don't mean shit, man. Shit. Listen, listen. I give respect to, and I hate to say it because his after career, but during his boxing career, I give respect to Oscar De La Hoya. And he got some losses, but he fought some of the best. He was willing to fight some of the best, so I give him respect.
Bro, let me tell you this, man. Julio Cesar Chavez at one time was 97-0. So
and who he fought?
So
who
I'm just saying, we have seen guys have the outrageous undefeated.
He said, "Who he fought?"
I mean, he
Come on, man.
He
That's
fought a
about that
who's
senior,
who
dog.
list.
Stop.
Yeah, he fought a who's who list. But at the same time, I'm just
Julius,
saying,
he's
man.
a champ, baby. He's a champ.
Yeah, I ain't gonna disrespect Julio. You right, man. You
right. Facts, Manzo.
I'm just mad because
and look, Manzo. I always say Floyd Mayweather's hardest fight came from a guy with 20 losses. Go figure. That's why it's hard to say. It's hard to say who can beat who because styles really do make fights. So just because you knocked this guy out and he went to decision with that guy, don't mean that decision guy won't knock you out. You know what I'm saying?
And then this, and then let's look at the fact that a lot of these fights, like they hardest fights, be in the gym. Boxing is a tough ass sport, man. Like a lot. Come on, man. You can have an off fucking night. LeBron have off nights. He the GOAT.
King.
It happens.
King.
Yeah, what King?
What I want to see what he has to say because I just added him. I want
to. Okay.
Go ahead. Unmute yourself. King.
Y'all hear me clear? I'm clear.
Yeah, you're clear.
You know. First and foremost, Nick, I want to thank you for allowing King Smoke on your platform.
Oh, anytime.
But I've been hearing a lot of buffoonery going on about Earl Spence.
Here we go.
I've been hearing a lot of this duck talk, this avoiding this stuff, reaching up for some stuff when he got 147 business to attend to. The other brother was making a good point. You feel what I'm saying? How you gonna be reaching for somebody that you still got business with? And you can't be sitting up here talking about, oh, EJ, when it's in your homeboy blood corner.
Hey, Bernie, is that you? That Bernie?
No, that's not Bernie.
No, this being Israel. No, this being Israel. And I just want to know what the energy was. You had a lot of energy a minute ago. I'm ready to tell. I want to see your style, how you feel.
So what we talking about?
Yeah, you're a Bud fan? I can talk to you about that. I'm a Bud fan too, but he's going to lose to Earl.
Okay, both of y'all. I'll take y'all two on the time.
Okay. Let me just say this, my brother. Let me just say this. That way I can give you a lead in.
He's bringing the smoke.
Let me give you a lead in. First of all, Bud is a Hall of Famer. Crafty, one of the most craftiest fighters in this league. And I'm about to say it. Craftiest fighter in boxing. Okay, can't take nothing away from him. Came up from 135 all the way up to 147. Okay. So, however, if I'm going to go ahead and put them on the, side by side, Earl's been at 147 his entire career. Bud just coming up, he's only been at 147 for 5 fights. Okay, now and he's had subpar quality opponents. Now, who's had the harder opponent? Who's really been proven in the fire at 147? It takes into that the fact that Bud is 5'8". Okay, and still the bone density situation. It's an obvious. Physics.
Dude,
there.
What?
Well, let him finish. Let him finish, cause he putting himself on the grill. Let him go.
You're not going to be able to take. Simple as that.
Come on, check.
That's all you got. That's it. That's all you got.
Hold on. Let me land my plane. Let me land my plane.
So you want your homeboy to go? Go
Yeah,
let
yeah.
your tag team
Okay,
partner
so
in.
listen.
Hey Nick,
So
I'm gonna be very respectful, and they putting themselves on the grill. So let your tag team partner
okay, I
tag
don't know
in.
how I'm putting myself on the grill, but Bud has never had anybody attack him the way Spence attacks his fighters. It's as simple as that. Bud has never faced that. I'm done. We're plain landed.
Plain landed. All right, King Smoke, give him the smoke. Give him the smoke.
Now since y'all finished, praising Bud accolades. Can no that's undisputed, Nick. I mean, Naya, you can't dispute 135. You can't dispute undisputed at 140. All the great talk is at 147. When before this fight was
Facts.
made, oh, but EJ taking the soft side of the streets. Now it's talking about pocket. We watching his family, which is great. I want but any of these fighters being Israel term. If I could get y'all out $100 billion to fight Matuna can and y'all sign that contract, so be it. But Bud right now, like the brother was saying, he's over outpricing himself. Invest in yourself. You heard what Steven Espinosa said. We don't know what this fight may gross. This fight may gross 500, a million. Who knows? It's a lot of Bud fans really Errol Spence haters. They're not Bud fans. They never was ones to the ones that went to the TV and signed up to the remote
I
control.
agree.
Because
Facts.
if that was the case, Bud pay-per-view sales would have been up. They're not no true Bud fans because they ain't went out there to Omaha, Madison Square when that shit was butt ass empty.
That
I'm
shit was
looking around this
empty,
shit and I
and I
wanted
was
my
there,
money back.
and I was there.
But
Hmm.
but but
That's
but
not
we
true.
at 147.
He sold
Give me a
out
minute, my
Omaha. What are
brother.
you talking about?
He ain't sell out Madison Square Garden. I was there.
Man, that Bud can't. And listen, only place Bud can sell, bro, is its hometown. But when we talking about skill for skills and outside, I'm gonna give Bud the only chance Bud has is to run for 12 rounds.
Earl sold
Stay
out
on
the
the outside.
Barclays.
Wait, hold up.
Bud
Are
is
you
a
going for
skilled
Bud or
fighter.
Spence?
A lot
He's
of
going
y'all
for
people
Spence.
talk the
He's
sweet
going
shit.
for Spence.
You going for Spence? What are we talking about this? We're on the
We
same time,
EJ
bud.
fans. Come on, man.
We're all EJ fans. I think I'm the
Yeah.
only. I think
I'm
I'm
like,
the
hold
only
up. I'm
Bud
like,
fan up here. That's why I'm listening to him. I'm
Girls,
like, wait, he sound like
I
he
got
going for Spence.
confused
Like,
for
what
a
the
second.
fuck?
He was like, yeah, I'm about to go in on you. Checkmate, you done?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, y'all are all Spence fans up here.
But
Yeah.
no, we got a Bud Crawford fan up there with all that to talk about
I
Bud the
thought you
sweet
were the
shit.
Bud Crawford fan. I thought you were picking. I like Bud. I thought you were picking him to beat Spence. That's what I thought you were
Oh, that's
doing.
what you thought I was?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, let
LOL.
me forgive. Well, let us all forgive each other. Well, let me forgive all y'all, cause I can't sharpen the sword talking all this
Well,
slick
I'm a
shit.
fan. I'm a Bud fan. So if you want to direct something
And
towards
I'm
a
gonna
Bud fan,
take
you
your
could direct it
money.
towards me. You could direct
I'm
it
gonna
towards
take your
me.
money, Mango Mommy.
You
I
ain't
ain't
gonna
gonna
do
do it.
nothing.
Nick,
You
Nick,
probably take my money, iron it out, and then give it right back to me,
You know I will.
so I can count crispy bills. That's about it.
Yeah, we gotta bet something.
I guess I'm the only Bud
Also,
fan over here. So, but you know what? That's fine. That is fine.
but now you Dito, tell me why you feel Bud gonna win the fight though.
Because I feel like he just has a different
you just
uh
like his style, Nika. You
yeah,
like
I
that.
like his
You like
style.
his style.
He's like a
What
little
style is that?
grittier.
He crazy with it. He
Yeah, he's
fights.
grittier. Yeah, I'm a Knicks fan, so I like gritty. I love gritty players. I love gritty fighters. That's what I like. So
So
And he
EJ
gets
has
motivated in the ring. Like if you hit him enough
yeah,
times or
EJ
damn near knock
he's
him down, he gonna get up
that
and
gets him
fight.
going. Yeah, I'm sorry.
so EJ never showed you that type of dog.
Nah, nah, not to me. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Not to
Oh
me.
my God. You said
Not
he
to
never
me.
showed you any
Not to
dog?
me. Not to me.
He's
Not to me.
so he didn't show you
Okay,
any
I
dog
tell you
against
what.
Porter, fighting
Hey,
Porter
hey
three
Nick,
fights.
hey
No,
Nick.
no.
When the fight gets signed,
Oh my
when the
God, he's
fight
so
gets signed,
biased.
you gonna see a dog. Matter of fact, you gonna see a world beater in there against your favorite fighter, and I promise you, Bo Mac gonna stop the fight.
See, y'all are reaching.
Hey,
King. Hey,
And
hey,
hey,
you
hey,
felt
hey,
hey, hold
hey.
on. Let me
y'all
I just want
reaching.
to say,
hold
King
on,
spoke.
Nika. Let me say
King
this for
Reaching.
you,
spoke
it's
that talk.
possible.
Reaching.
bro. Let me say this. Now, Bud may get knocked out, but I'm gonna tell you
Bud.
one
Bud's not
thing.
gonna get
I'm gonna
knocked
tell
out.
you. Hold up, no, hold on,
If he
Nika.
didn't knock out Mikey
Bud.
Garcia
Hold up,
or
Bud
Danny
better sign that
Garcia,
hold
contract.
up, Nika.
he's not
Bud.
knocking out no
Nika, you
Terrence
don't know what I'm
Crawford.
gonna say, but
It's not
Nika,
gonna happen.
Nika,
It's
you
not
don't know
gonna
what I'm gonna
happen.
say yet.
It's not gonna
But
happen.
what I was
It's
gonna
not
say
gonna
was
happen. Oh
this.
well, let me say it again. If he didn't knock out Mikey Garcia or
Oh,
freaking
well,
Danny Garcia,
what?
he's not
That was a
Hey,
knocking out
different
what?
Terrence
Ija.
Well,
Crawford.
hold
That's a
on.
And
different,
Wait,
different,
wait,
I
wait,
different
wait.
got you.
Julius, let me cook that.
Hold
Julius,
on.
let me
No,
cook
I was
that.
gonna
different
say
Ija.
I was gonna go somewhere.
You know
What I was
hold
gonna
on.
say was this: Bomac ain't throwing in no towel. Cause Bud ain't playing that. Bud gonna give him the same speech that Wilder gave Mark Breland. Bro, if I have to die out there, you better let me die. You ain't throwing in no towel.
But hey,
Go ahead,
to
give the queen
the
the
dudes
floor.
that
Wait
hate
a
Give the
minute.
queen
Garcia,
the
Wait a
floor.
minute.
I want to tell you
Give the queen
something,
the
right?
floor, y'all.
The
I
same
said what I
fighter.
said, and I'm
See,
not gonna
one
say what I
time,
said.
I would have believed that. I would have believed Bomac wouldn't have thrown in the tower at 135, 140. But Bomac and Bud, those are not the same predators that y'all used to see.
Yeah,
Man,
but
Those
Bomac
those
ain't got that kind of
those
heart to
he
throw
dudes,
didn't
in
knock
no
out.
they done
towel on
turned to
Bud
prey.
Crawford.
He's not knocking out no
Bomac,
damn
Bomac
Crawford.
and
Are you
Bomac
kidding me?
and Bud has
I
turned
said
to prey.
what I
They're
said.
not
Wait,
no
Nike, neither
predators
one
no
of them are
more.
knocking out people. I mean,
Man, listen,
Yeah, yeah,
hang on.
one
yeah.
thing gonna be for
Knocking people
certain,
out, throwing in the towel.
Bud
Get out
getting
of here.
knocked
Get
out.
out of here.
What you mean?
Bud
Get
getting
Earl
out
not
of
knocked
knocking
here.
out, I'm
nobody
telling
Get
you.
out,
out
but
of
he
here.
over there
No,
breaking
Get out of
If
here.
eyes.
he if he
Breaking
no,
ain't
Get out
Mike.
of
eyes.
here.
I tell you what,
Get out of here. Get
if he
out of
don't
here.
get knocked
Man,
out, that fight gonna get
breaking
stopped.
bones. Breaking eye
Don't be
He,
so,
sockets.
don't
Dude,
okay,
be
he
that's the
stopped
surprised
him.
with
case.
eye
That's
That
don't
fight
TKO.
gonna get
The fight
stopped
before he
one way or the
decisioned him.
other.
Right before
The
that, he
fight gonna get
decisioned him.
stopped.
And then
That
coming
was a
back to
different
Bud,
EJ,
I'm
bro.
thinking about Kel. That was stopped by the ref. Amir Khan
This
quit.
he gonna get knocked out or
Jeff
stopped.
Horn's TKO. Like those aren't knockouts. They're
Can
The
you see?
reason
TKO.
being goes,
Okay.
Bud
I
is
have a
not
I,
winning
breaking
that
My
fight.
bones.
point is,
so King,
my point is, those
King,
guys aren't knocking anyone out. And to EJ's case, real fast, his competition stiffened up. That's all what happened. Bud, at 47, even damn near 40, but
Nope.
47, man, he fighting washed dudes, and that's not a shot. That's real.
Green
That is
machine.
real. Two of those guys are retired. They
I'm sorry,
came out,
but
and
if
he
he
wait, hang
didn't
on,
put
Nike.
out,
He
if he
played
didn't
he
put out
played
Danny
B
Garcia,
side to Amir Khan. Like, come on, dog.
but you're telling me if this man did not knock out
Oh yeah, oh
Danny
yeah.
Garcia,
Yeah.
he's gonna knock out Terrence
Well,
Crawford.
ma'am,
Not
no,
happening.
ma'am,
Not
no, ma'am,
happening.
ma'am, no,
Not
ma'am, no,
happening.
no, no, ma'am. What happened was Errol fought him on the outside the entire fight and didn't give him any inside regard. And he was kind of fat
1,082
that
punches.
year. And I mean, basically, he outboxed the boxer. And to Mikey's credit, Mikey's a
1,082
world
punches.
class fighter. Like, what the fuck? Why are we disrespecting him? Danny Garcia is a
Right.
world class fighter.
I'm not disrespecting him, but
World
I'm saying
class.
he didn't knock those two guys out. He's not knocking
Because
them out
they're
One
good,
now.
thousand
Nika. Because they're top
one
class, ma'am. Excuse me for
one
yelling.
thousand
Jeez.
What I
eighty two
miss?
punches. What Baby
Hate,
Bird.
hate, hate,
One
hate, hate, hate.
thousand 82 punches. Has Bud ever thrown that? Not even half that. Has he
Yes,
had the
but
experience to fight
checkmate,
who's
He
that's
thrown
not
didn't
his
that
need
much?
style,
to.
mate.
He didn't
That's
Never.
not
need
his
to.
style,
He
mate.
didn't
That's
need
not
to.
his
But that's
style,
my
Those
mate.
point.
That's
punches,
not his
But
those
that's
style,
why
punches
mate.
his
was
stamina. That's
easy.
my point. That's why his
What is
stamina
your
not
point?
gonna be
What
there.
is your point?
That's
What is
Hey,
why
your
I
his
point?
gotta
stamina
roll.
He
is
I
not
didn't
gotta
there.
need
roll,
to.
people.
All right,
Y'all take
Julius,
care, man.
you
Peace.
stay up.
Yo, Julius, you the man. Be safe, bro.
Yeah, be
Appreciate it,
cool.
brother.
Happy Father's Day, bro.
So
Thank
I
you,
have a
man.
mic
Thank you.
here.
Y'all, same to
I was
y'all.
charging my phone. Let me see if it's a little bit charged.
1,082
This mic is
punches.
better.
Bud has never faced a person who hits that hard and thrown that many punches. Bud is
Earl has
going to
never
be
faced anyone like Terrence Crawford either. So it's a good fight, man. It's styles.
well.
That's why we all
Let's
want to
No,
see.
see it.
it's a hell of a
This
it's a hell of a
this mic
fight.
is much better.
It's a
Sorry,
hell of a
guys.
fight.
Put it this
The
way.
thing is with Spence throwing that many punches, with Bud being the counter puncher and a guy that can throw from different type of angles. The more he throws, the more opportunities for Errol to get hit. So either he gets hit more or his punch count goes down. So we'll see.
Mikey
It's a
This
Factor.
is
good fight.
this
It's
Mikey
50-50.
Factor.
now. See, this is what
Uh,
this is
wait,
what
Mikey
wait,
shocked
wait.
me
Factor.
Hang
though,
on,
y'all.
Mike, one sec.
But see, this is the thing that shocked me because I'm an EJ fan, but when some of y'all say like Bud don't have a chance, I just don't see it like that. Like I think I favor EJ, but I think it's a good fight. Like EJ still got to be careful Bud is a fucking sharpshooter, bro. He's a
But y'all
sharpshooter,
saying
man.
that he's gonna knock out Crawford? It's a no go.
I think he's gonna break that body.
But
It's a
everybody say the
no
same
go.
thing. But a lot of people, a lot of Bud fans say he's gonna knock out Earl. A lot of Bud fans say he's gonna knock out Earl.
Wait, King P, back to you real fast.
We shall see.
What's up? What's good?
I think,
we shall
man,
see.
I think the real adjustment is we're going to see if Terrence can keep Errol off of him. I mean, that's mad volume, like you said, with the angles and whatnot. Old boy's a counterpuncher. Earl's just much as a counterpuncher. He beat the counterpuncher in Danny Garcia at his own game.
Two different types of punchers.
I understand that. I said that moments ago. I said that Errol's never fought anyone like Terrence. But regardless, I mean, man, that's a different animal, dog. Like
that's gonna be
that's all I'm saying, y'all.
No,
because some of y'all,
that's gonna be
and Errol is way better at keeping the distance. That's what he's really good at. Doing what he wants to be able to do within that distance. Now, again, we're gonna be able to see Crawford fight up that back foot, man. I would love to see it. That's why we all want to see it. I would love to see him fight the back foot because Errol's coming, man. And not because he's come forward. No, man, he's doing anything and everything. You don't believe it? Go look at his last 10 fights, man. He fought different.
And that's the deciding factor.
Like one more thing. Like people are literally underestimating Errol Spence Jr. and like saying he's this. It's ridiculous, man. It's an insult. It's disrespectful stuff.
They say he's fundamental. They don't respect
No, he's fundamentally sound, badass at it. He's a master of it. Fucking Terrence is a master of none. He can fight orthodox, southpaw. He do this, do that, versatile. Yeah, but what happens when that shit ain't gonna work in the ring? When this guy's a master of what he's good at, that's the challenge.
My thing is people disrespect the Mikey Garcia win like it was nothing. Mikey was 39-0 with 30 KOs. Was considered a faster, better boxer, and only reason why Earl game plan the way it was because you guys say he's gonna outbox me. Everybody, Sugar Ray Leonard, George Foreman, all these pros picked Mikey Garcia to outbox Earl. And what Earl said, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna flip the script and I'm gonna outbox the boxer.
And they were wrong as hell for that. They were wrong as hell for that.
These were the same people.
Give him his props. It's not
LOL.
Mikey has never been knocked out. Wait. Guys, Mikey has never been knocked out. So why are we dissing Earl from not knocking him out? He landed.
I see you, Crystal.
No, I'm not dissing Earl. What I was saying.
That's real though, Crystal.
Somebody said that.
Come on now.
That Earl was gonna knock Bud out. So I'm saying he didn't knock out Mikey.
No one's saying that. I mean, Big King Smoke said that, but like, hey, no one's saying that. That's not gonna happen.
I want to defend that.
That's not gonna happen. That's not. Maybe.
It's gonna happen.
It could happen.
It's gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
But
listen. Bud cannot keep EJ off his ass though. I'm telling you, with the power that EJ possessed, Bud, I mean, when he hit EJ gonna walk through that little shit. Bud, just like Steph.
I don't know.
That's not true. That's not true. Because he didn't walk through. He didn't walk through all of Ugas' shots, and Crawford is a harder puncher than Ugas.
Listen.
Yes, he did.
You asked me a question, and I'm telling you, your boy Catfish Crawford gonna get knocked out, or Bomac gonna throw in the towel, trying to save his life.
Like he did not knock out Mikey
King P.
Garcia.
He walked right through Ugas, dog.
No, he didn't walk through Ugas. He didn't walk
right through him. G, stop.
Bro,
hold on. He neutralized that guy. That guy threw 1 and 2 punches, G, and he got his butt beat up.
Wait, Ugas threw and listen. I love EJ, man, but Ugas threw a couple of mean body shots that made Earl reset real quick. Like, hold on.
He did.
Yeah, that's normal. That's normal behavior. That's normal behavior.
Yeah, but if you're making someone, but I know he got stopped. But if you're making someone reset, that's not exactly walking through them. Like
dude, I mean, I'm exaggerating. Yes, that's
he didn't walk through Porter either.
No, he said.
Dog, Porter tried to fight him on the outside, and he couldn't keep Earl off of him. That's why he lost and got knocked
Respectfully,
That's what I'm
down.
saying. He's not
I know
getting
it's
knocked
not.
out.
I know
That's
it's
y'all
not fair
saying.
to say,
No one said
He
he got
knocked his
knocked out.
cousin.
I don't think he was at his best when he fought Porter or Mikey Garcia. Even though that's not their fault, you know what I mean? But I think now Earl is more focused. Like he just wasn't at his best when he fought Porter. To be honest, that's
But
how
you
I
know
feel.
what? To be honest, I feel like that's a little too late for me. Crawford's always been in the gym, always been disciplined, always been on,
Earl always
focused.
been in the
Oh
gym. Don't do
no,
that.
but
Don't do that.
not like that. He's always blowing up between fights. He was drinking between fights, he was not
Yeah, that's
focused.
true.
No,
Oh,
so
that
right now,
Nike,
let's
that's
not do that.
true.
All right.
That's true. That's true. Like what?
Crawford's
So
always been
what?
disciplined, always been focused.
That's
So
the
you know
past.
what?
But no one's
Too
ever
a little
said
too late
Terrence
for me.
not
Nike, what you
disciplined.
bet?
Who said Terrence
I
not
feel
disciplined?
like
Who
I feel
said
like there's
Terrence is
more.
not
He
disciplined?
turned a new leaf.
Who
Y'all
said
trying to
that?
Nike,
say
Nike, what you
oh.
betting on the fight? What you betting on the fight, Nike?
What do you want to bet? What do you want to bet? What do you want to lose? What do you want to
Wait,
lose?
hang on. Don't make no
What are you
bets.
willing to
Wait for
lose?
the fight
What
to
are you
get
willing
here.
to
Wait for the
lose?
fight to
What
get
are you
here.
willing to
Well,
lose?
You don't even know if she's gonna pay up. You don't even know if he's gonna pay up. Come on now.
He'll pay up.
I would pay
Hey,
up.
y'all bet. It
Y'all
may
can
not
always
be no
find me on
dummy
my
bets
channel.
out here.
I would have to pay up. I'm
There
not
not be
art
no
man. I
dummy
would pay
bets.
up.
I hope y'all pay it up, man, because I don't make no bets like that. Come on, man.
Well,
Come on.
like I said, I want to take her money. I want to take her money. I
It's
don't
only
care if it's $5. Generally,
From
I like to bet.
inside.
I can bet
Another
you
Yo,
day
$100.
brings.
who said that? Cannibal. End of the day,
come
your
on.
boy gets
Hey,
drunk and makes kissy face. Man,
Cut
flush
that
that.
Okay,
shit
but
out.
Get
guess
out of my
what?
life.
no,
Get out
they
of
And
here.
at
Get
the
out
they
of
end
here,
of
kills
at
man.
me
the
with
end
That's
of
that.
the day,
hate.
he
Get
breaks
out of
eye
here.
Yeah,
sockets.
they kills me with that.
At the
It's
end of
one
the
dude
day,
got
he
a.
breaks eye sockets.
It's one dude got a chance. It's
Christine Porter didn't do it. Kenny Porter stopped the fight. Sean was up and ready to go. Sean been knocked down before.
But you know what?
Adrian Broner knocked
When
him
you
down,
birth
Yeah,
and
and Sean came out of retirement basically. He fought Crawford 3 years later, and
That's what I told
it only
everybody.
would have happened if he didn't get the mandatory, and they almost didn't get that shit done because they were
he
waffling on
did.
the money. Because Aaron didn't want to give it because Aaron
Hey,
was like,
Steph.
and that's another thing, real
So
quick.
what you saying,
First
Steph?
off, hang on,
Steph,
let me say this real
what you
fast.
saying? EJ is retiring these fighters after he get through beating their ass.
Yes, sir. That's true.
no.
Okay.
Declining them. Yes, sir.
Danny
Mikey
Garcia
hasn't
is
So
fighting.
retired.
so
Danny
So
Yeah,
Garcia is
Mikey,
Danny,
fighting
he's
again.
fighting.
Okay.
He's fighting a guy with
your
one
boy up
leg.
next.
He's not
Stop.
retired. He's not retired.
Your
Let's not
boy up
lie.
next.
Let's
So
not
look,
lie.
Kale
Let's
Brook,
not lie.
now
Kale
your
Brook
boy
ain't
Let's
up
been
not
the
Nah,
lie.
next.
same. Mike ain't
Nika,
been the same.
Kell
Danny ain't
Brook is.
just
Let's not
shown.
lie.
Like at the same time. Come on now, we have to give
I'm just saying,
Earl
don't say
credit
he's retiring
for
your
the
people.
way.
Y'all doing too much.
But no,
Y'all really
He
pissing me
is.
off.
but
Y'all really
Nika,
pissing me off.
Nika,
Hey, you
Nika.
gotta let us
To
have
be
our day
fair,
at
right?
Father's Day
To be
weekend.
fair, right? To be fair, when Earl fought Danny, he was coming off that horrible accident, and he completely
I don't want to
dominated
hear.
the
I don't want
fight.
to hear.
Like
I don't want to hear. I
that's
don't want to
hard to
hear
do.
the accident and stuff. I
Come
don't want
on,
to hear
man.
that, bro.
He
But
could
History or
look,
anything
he
because
could
I
have
know.
took a
I
chin
already
up.
know that y'all
Come
gonna
on,
use that when Crawford beats
but
him.
it's
You're
a
gonna be like,
fact. Oh
there was
I'm
unseen
not gonna
hell
use it.
no,
damage.
hell no.
He was.
But listen, listen,
Oh,
Nah,
listen.
okay.
After
It's
what?
documented now. It's
No,
documented
no.
now.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
All right. Okay.
After what Earl just did to Ugas, we can't use that car accident as an
no
excuse no more.
excuses. Exactly,
Yeah, so
no
we can't
excuses.
use that as an excuse. After what he did to Danny and Ugas, we
I
can't use the car accident anymore. I know I
I
won't.
But
said
trust
I
me,
think
they
Earl.
will. They will. And
I
remember,
said
I
I
Nah.
think
said that.
Earl is back.
Remember, I said that. Remember, I said that because they will. They will. They will use it.
Now, the
They
only
will
thing
use it.
is, if Earl win, I don't want Bud fans saying, well, they'll finally age Bud out. I don't want to hear
I
that
don't want to
either.
hear that shit. I don't want to hear it.
Nah,
Nope.
nah, gentlemen, no. Win, lose, or
No,
draw
no,
for both.
gentlemen.
Wait, hang on. Before even seriously, win, lose, or draw for both guys, they're gonna fight again right after, or not after each other. But I'm just saying they're gonna fight
So
again.
you
They're gonna
think
be
it's gonna
just
be a
fine.
rematch? You think it's
No,
gonna be a rematch?
no. Let me clarify. I said win, lose, or draw for either men. They're gonna fight again. Doesn't matter. It's just a big
Okay, got
fight.
you.
Well, I'm just
Got
letting
you.
you know what they saying. A lot of people are already saying. You don't see the stuff that I see, so you know what I'm saying. But a lot of people are already trying to say they trying to age Crawford out. So
Nah,
that's what I'm
stop,
saying.
nah. Wait, if you listen to Bud fans, he in the gym all damn day. He fucking 34, 35 on his shit. I saw him at the Hall of Fame. He had that big ass neck and whatnot. He's
Yeah,
fine now.
face fat,
He's fine, man. He's fine,
Okay,
G.
okay. Let me
sitting
ask
on
the
Roy
brother a
Jones' lap.
question. Okay, when you say they trying to age Bud out. And Bud got the contract in front of him. What the fuck Bud waiting on? To age himself out? Be honest.
No, but like,
trilogy,
y'all want
Crystal?
this, y'all want this man to take pen. Y'all want him to, like, come on. y'all disrespecting
No, we
these.
don't know what they being
I hate
offered.
when y'all try to be like financial managers, you know, like, promoters, and like y'all want to tell him what he should take to fight. No, he's gonna get what he feels like he deserves. He should get.
But
And
hold
if
on,
he fights
Nayka.
enough, he's gonna get it.
Let me comment on that, Nayka, real fast.
He said, listen what he said though before you said the promoters and all. He said from his sources, he hearing that they trying to wait Bud out. EJ is 31 years old. You don't think EJ getting no younger? But if you want to talk about the pricing, Bud want more money up front. The world know that. We know that. But the thing I'm saying,
yeah, but he's not getting that. Stop. Come on, 5.
Hey, I would
Why
whatever
shouldn't he?
Bud want.
How do y'all know though?
Because Steven Espinoza is signing the check. It's not a big fight. This is not Mayweather packed money. It's not even close. It's not in the ballpark. The last fight with Ugas, sorry, I'm yelling. With Ugas, that was barely 20 million.
He said, but then Steph, he said,
come on, man.
Who knows what this fight may gross though, bro? You
got
what
do you mean by that? Wait, hang on. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, King Smoke? What do you mean we don't know what that fight grows? We have to know because everything is going to be the guarantees, right? And then they'll wait for the whatever money coming for the gate and yada yada yada.
I'm gonna be honest with all the legal streams.
When you say guarantee,
I don't see it.
That's all the money up front. But then it's a lot. So it's a lot of back end money dealing with this fight.
Right.
Terrence Crawford ain't used to his back end money. He used to that shit up front, dealing with Top Rank.
Right.
But what they trying to teach you is more into it. If you take a let's say what the numbers been thrown out, what I've been seeing, what your boy
I ain't got no sources.
The 45 and the 55. If you take this fight to do a million sales, that's still 45 million from on the back end. Let alone what he guaranteed is up front. Man, listen, if he can beat the thing, what I'm saying, you said you can knock out, and you got all these Hall of Fame inductees say he'll watch EJ.
Oh no, they're just trying to get his clout up. They're just trying to get his clout up, and plus they like him. Roy Jones used to cover the guy. They like him.
When they put.
But why do we get mad at people just because it's their opinion that Bud won't win? Let's not.
No, I don't get mad. I'm entitled to my opinion.
Bud could very well win.
Like people calling Hall of Fame fighters haters just because they pick Bud. Like it's not that. I
ain't even worried about it.
But when you take a whole fight, when you take a whole inductee, these fighters, these ex-fighters themselves, you don't give the tomato can and some of these motherfuckers done got their ass beat by some of the nobodies. Roy Jones' career went out with some of the people that some people can't even remember.
Let's not disrespect Roy, man. But Roy was a fucking beast in his prime.
When you got a whole inductee, my point is, and I know this why you addressed me with that, because you heard me say that before. But when you got the whole inductee, first thing I'm going to say, both of these are great fighters. It's a 50-50. I'm leaning towards this, but I think Earl Spence, none of these persons said Earl Spence stand a chance.
King Smoke. First off, no.
Roy
King
Jones
Smoke
tried to recant his story when he was on the bus with Bernard Hopkins, and he said EJ may think I hate. He tried to recant that shit, but it is what it is. Though when these two fighters get in the ring, that's what it's gonna get settled. And I'm promising all y'all, your boy gonna go stop. He gonna get knocked out cold, or he gonna get motherfucking.
When's the last time he knocked somebody out cold?
I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. I would like to see it.
Somebody out cold?
It's a good fight.
And
it's
you
the
think
best
he's gonna
fight.
do that to Crawford? Smoke. I don't think the smoke is. I think the smoke is cleared up. Goodbye.
Like I know you don't want to hear about the numbers.
When's the last time he knocked somebody out cold? And y'all think he's gonna do that to Crawford? Y'all bugging.
When's the last time Bud knocked anyone out cold?
He's the one that said that he just said that he's gonna knock out Crawford out cold. That's what he just said.
I don't think it's gonna be a knockout cold.
That's what he just said, though. That's what he just said.
I mean, that's his opinion, Nayka. That's his opinion, and that's what it is. It's just an opinion.
I think it's bullshit. I think it's bullshit.
Not. This is why I'm saying that.
Nayka.
If he don't knock Bud out cold, Bo Mac throwing in the towel because he gonna get the shit beat out of him. Watch how Bud look. Bud don't
That's
got
what
Where
I
are
no
you
think.
from? Where are you
outside
from,
against
sir?
Spence.
Where are you from?
He
Are you
don't
from
got
Texas?
no
Are you from
outside.
Texas?
All that switch it. The
Are you
minute
from
Bud
Texas?
switch, he gonna hit the canvas.
Are you from
That's what
Texas,
I
King
say.
Smoke?
Man, y'all gotta stop thinking everybody root
No,
for
no,
Earl
no.
from Texas.
I'm asking you a question. Are you from Texas, King Smoke?
I'm from Texas,
Oh no,
Nigel.
no, no, no. I ain't
Shit.
from Texas. I'm from
Where are you
BMO.
from?
I'm
From
from
who?
BMO. I stay in Miami though.
Oh, you in
Oh, that
Miami too?
Baltimore
Okay.
shit.
All
I'm
right.
from I'm from BMO, but I'm right now. I've been down here for about 10 years though.
That's
Okay. I'm
word.
in Miami too. So,
Where you at in Miami?
and Princeton,
Oh, you down south though, man.
South. Yeah.
She in the bougie part, y'all.
Sir, we're talking boxing here.
That's
We're
right. Let's keep it boxing. Let's keep it boxing. Let's
Yeah,
keep it
yeah.
boxing.
Tell the
Nah,
truth,
Just
because
shame
let
the
nah,
I'm
devil.
nah,
just
for
letting
real
them know.
though.
I'm
Yeah,
just letting them know. Hey Nick,
listen,
I'm
Say the
just letting
bougie
them
part.
know you
This
living
is
your
not the
life
bougie
in
part.
Miami.
y'all gotta be
Hey,
careful, man, because y'all know we got some weird men out here. They start stalking, so
No, that's what I just
just be
said. That's what I
careful.
just said. Princeton. That's it.
Be careful, y'all.
Well, hopefully we ain't got that on here,
Get
man.
down. What you doing?
Man.
Nah. So I'm gonna cut the live off now. It's been here for almost 3 hours. So I want to thank everybody for coming on, the
We
chat for
appreciate
joining.
you. Is you
No,
monetized? Is you
not yet.
monetized yet?
I still have like,
God damn.
I still have a couple more 100 hours to do. Oh my god!
How
But
many
no,
hours is it?
I
it's
think they
four.
hating
You got
on
to
you.
do 4,000.
Oh
Well, we
wow.
got to get you
Yeah.
And
going,
I
man.
have
That's
like
worth it.
3,000. I have like 3,000 something. So
Oh,
I'm
that's
almost there.
word.
But it's just people. Actually, it's not even me doing the live. It's people just watching the streams over. So if you guys want to like go to my old videos and look at them and just let them play at night, then that would probably help me too.
What
It's
about if we
just
just like them?
I don't know. It has to
No,
be
it
like
got to be
people
ours.
streaming. Yeah, it gotta be people streaming it, like watching it. So
Shout out to YouTube, man. They allow us to do this shit. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
that's
So
word.
Yo,
I'm not hating.
Get your
happy
likes
Father's
up.
Day.
Get your
Happy
And no,
hours
Father's
up.
Day to
and then happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
well,
Hope you guys get a nice
Thank
piece of
you.
steak, a blowjob,
See,
or something. I don't know.
Hey,
definitely.
Whatever,
Thank you.
whatever. Floats your boat.
Nick J, I want to thank you again for having me on your platform.
No,
I
thanks for
like I
coming
like the
on.
energy from you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to your channel. I hit the like button. I'm in
Appreciate you.
full
Oh, and
support.
then also,
But I'm
if you guys can, because we gotta get Christine monetized too. I do a show with her on Wednesdays called Women
Or
Crushing It Wednesday. I think she already has the hours. She just needs the subscriptions. So if you look in the chat,
won't you
her
drop a subscription? You got a subscription now,
she's
though,
in the
Nick?
she's
Drop
in
it
the
in the
chat
link.
right now. It's in the ring with
Tell her
Christine.
drop the link.
Yeah, this is her channel right here. In the that I just put on the thing. So let me look up her channel so I could just put the link in the chat. Hold on. But yeah, I think she
yeah,
has the
now I'm
hours
gonna
already.
subscribe.
She just needs a subscription. So we could get her to 1,000 subscriptions. She'd be monetized. So
I love to see women talk. I love to see women talk their boxing shit, though, man.
I
Forget
do
my
Man,
too.
brother,
It's,
some
it's
of
man.
them talk.
beautiful, man.
Some
You
of them
know,
talk boxing better than the dudes, man. From what I've been seeing on a lot
yeah,
of these
this what I'm
channels.
saying, and
I mean, I'm not gonna argue with
it's
That's
that
a
more
about
fact.
that.
intriguing. It's more intriguing when
stop.
you
Yeah,
can hear some of
Hey,
the women. I be
I'm being
scared to
honest
People
with you.
just
challenge
be
women
talking,
though, cause
man.
I be
Damn.
knowing my shit.
Look,
I be like backing up off them sometimes.
So
I'm
I
nah,
put her link in the chat. So if you guys could subscribe to that, we will really
it's
appreciate
a
it. We're trying to
fact
get
though,
her
because
monetized. We definitely
a lot of these dudes got crushes on boxers, man. Y'all be safe out
oh
there.
yeah.
Nah, y'all the
Yeah.
boxers. Boxing Twitter, those are the boxers. They know boxing better than
Yeah.
box. I'm like, damn. Like,
Hey, listen. I work in the oil field. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. That's it. I'm a fan.
No, this is fans.
That's it.
all
But
right,
So
Nika.
I
all right,
work
so
in the
good night,
oil
y'all.
field.
Happy Father's Day
Okay.
again. Thanks to everyone in the
Salute
chat
to
who
y'all
tuned
though.
in.
God bless.
Maybe I'll go live tomorrow after the fights. For the
Who you
media
got, by the
event.
way? One more. Who you got? Cause
I think
I'm
I'm
gonna pull
gonna
up and
go with
watch that.
Beatervet. Beater. I don't know how you
Oh
say his
yeah,
name.
yeah,
Beatervet.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Better beef. Better
Better
beef.
beef. Better
Better
beef.
beef.
Better beef.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
He got those snooze buttons. So I mean, yeah, and Joe gonna be right there to get hit.
So we'll
So,
see. Maybe
but go
Joe.
America. I'm rooting for Joe. I
Yeah,
want Joe to win,
yeah.
but fucking man, better
He's the
beef.
all American. He's the all American guy. He's a hard.
We're all American. My mom's from
Yeah.
here.
So
My grandmother's from here.
yeah.
My great and so forth.
Yeah. So
America.
what does he do? He does like
He's a union man.
He's a union man. He definitely does
Yeah.
Oh,
back.
He's
he
an
is.
an
He
iron
I
does
didn't know
worker.
that.
An
He
iron
does
worker.
backbreaking work. Yeah. So yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's still gonna get knocked the fuck out, but at least he getting a shot. That's what's up. That helps.
Damn dog, get off me! Shit. All right, Nayka, y'all be cool.
All right. Good night,
All right,
y'all.
John.
All right.
Bye.